Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS on stage. News from RedNex, where truth is the stage. No bias here, just facts you'll see. In every corner, the world story will tell. From the streets of Paris to Tokyo's gleam, every city, every voice will hear them. No spin, no hype, just calm and serene. RedNex World News, where truth is supreme. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a slew. RedNex World News, where truth takes flight. Every day, every night, we keep it tight. Through the chaos, through the calm, we stand. With Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, we understand. The pulse of the world will never let it fade. RedNex World News, where truth is made. From wars to peace, from despair to hope, we're here to guide you through the scope. No matter the storm, we'll keep you informed. RedNex World News, where truth is born. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a clue. RedNex World News, where truth takes flight. Every day, every night, we keep it tight. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS on stage. News from RedNex, where truth is the stage. No bias here, just facts you'll see. In every corner.
All right, welcome. Let's get that out of here. Perfect. How are you all doing this fantastic Saturday? Yeah, welcome to you too, good sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. It's nice and comfy.
And I think I get to actually say it today. Cheers to the weekend.
Cheers. It's the weekend. And you're not wrong. It actually is the weekend.
Yeah, for once. Oh, man. Holy moly. 88 to 350. All right. Well, nice. Let's get this party started. Bobby, thank you for joining. Down in the back. Down.
What's this on our screen?
Oh, finally got to the chiropractor. Yeah. Man, my back, when it goes out, I feel you, man. It's the worst. So I hope you're feeling better. And I know chiropractors.
Some experience with that.
Oh, yeah. Someone got ran over by a semi-truck, so.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
Oh, yeah, and you asked me for something and you never told me nothing. And so now, anyway, we'll have to talk about that. But we have an insane amount of news today to cover. Like, we could go on for days, honestly, especially with me. But
it's going to be a late night.
Yep. So we're going to have to get a start and skip the games today and jump right into it. We got some serious things to cover, and I want to make sure we have time for all of it. So thank you,
Do we have
everyone.
some games, though?
No, we had to skip games today.
Oh, we have that much news?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I know.
right.
Well, we'll start
Jump
with some
into it.
fun stuff though, because we do have to do our stretches. So this I almost downvoted before I watched the whole thing. So please, we're jumping into the deep end a little bit, but just give it a chance, and I'm sure you'll understand why this is included. Thank you.
The fact that the generation that licked lead off of paintbrushes and used asbestos as snow in Wizard of Oz is telling the generation that grew up with literally all information at the tips of our fingers that we're stupid and that they're wiser because they're older is so dumb.
Now, hang on a second. If you're gonna come at us, at least come at us with some facts. We didn't lick the lead off of paintbrushes. We licked that shit off of our cribs and we ate paint chips. We also breathed in fumes from leaded gasoline.
Paint chips! It's like banana chips, right? Like, I hate those things, but I don't know if I actually hate them. I hate the idea of them.
Of
And we
paint
loved
chips?
it.
Banana chips, but that's what paint
banana
chips pretty much are.
I was confused.
I'm older than the internet. And I'm also old enough to remember when they thought collective stupidity was caused by a lack of access to information. And I'm pretty sure we blew that theory out of the fucking water. You can't go around bragging about having access to all information at your fingertips if you're not going to use the shit. And then turn around and make fun of older people for something that happened to them when they were younger that they had no control over.
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. You can't be like, oh, we got all the info, but then you're too stupid to know how to use it. Like, yeah, you do have all the info, so what's your excuse, you dumbass?
Right.
Like lead poisoning. Now, I know some older
Go change
people
the
think
tire.
that younger people are stupid, but I am not one of those people. But I do get a good laugh out of some of the questions I get asked, like, hey, where do I put the postage stamps on the envelope? Do I put them side by side or do I stack them one on top of the other? How do
What?
Do I stack up? Do I stack up? But that's
I
true.
suspect
People don't
there's-
send
there's-
letters. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, there is a point to that, but I suspect the answer to their question is on the postage website, the U.S.
yeah,
Postage.
you could. And if you're so fucking smart and you got the AI to help, why can't you fucking figure it out? But it's
Croc,
kind of
where do I put
funny.
a stamp?
So
On a
Jim
mailing envelope.
Jim sent us some stuff, and apparently it was like, first off, he didn't put a return address on it, so they couldn't send it back to him. But he didn't put enough postage on it because it was like kind of stuffed with some like little tchotchkes or something. I gotta like still give you some of these things, but the envelope, when it went through the auto sorter, it like ate the envelope a little bit, and it like didn't have the right postage, and he didn't have a return address on it. So someone at the post office had to be like, just deliver it. Just don't worry about it. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
How do you make pancakes round? Which color gas do I put in the gas tank? What perplexes me even more are the most random questions that we
Color
get
gas.
asked that we don't know the answer
Just
to.
these
And then we're the
guys.
ones that end up Googling the shit to find the answer, and we weren't the ones that had the question to begin with. Wisdom doesn't come from Google. It comes from living a couple of decades where you earn the instincts of knowing when to Google something without being told. Just Google the shit, would ya? We're not walking encyclopedias. We don't
I know, and now it's changing. It's not just Google it anymore. It's going to be Grok it, or, Ask Claude, or fucking, what's the Chat
Whatever, yeah.
GPT or whatever. Like, it's the problem is even saying just Google it. That's not even right anymore. You're showing your age, lady. But I don't even know what the new term is. I think they still say Google it, but it's like it just means like effectively use the
Just
computer.
search it, right? Use computer to search it. Use
Yeah,
the
search
AI.
don't know everything, and we're okay admitting it, even if we do have brain damage from eating too many paint chips.
The fact that
So yeah, I don't know, man.
I
This
didn't
is
eat
like,
anything.
it's so weird. These kids, like, they realize they have all the access to everything, but they don't realize they're too stupid to know how to use it. So
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we're so great, but they don't see like they're actually retarded. It's so hilarious. I see all these little babies saying all this shit, and I'm like, you guys you don't even have any life experience yet, and you're trying to tell everybody everything. That's funny. All right, hold on. So here's more about the Gen Z stare, and I don't know, man. Like, some of this stuff, like, I just can't get behind it. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm like the old man who's like, get off my lawn, but I'm like, sometimes I'm like, there's a level of just, you got to be respectful, you little turd. And if you're not, then you're going to get slapped in the mouth. I don't know. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, how's your weekend?
Like that shit, if I ask you a simple ass question and like just a general nicety, like, hey, how you doing? How's your weekend? Whatever. And you look at me like I'm retarded,
Yeah,
I will punch you in the fucking face. Like, what the fuck do you want, you little retard? Like, you will never have anything in your life. So I hope you're happy sitting there with your little shirt and phone like that, with your little headset, just happy, because that's all you're ever going to have, you little fucking asshole.
Okay, so that's our workflow. Do you have any questions so far?
Or this shit. Like, if I'm trying to teach you something or show you how something's done and you're treating me like a retard, well, guess what? You're not getting anything either. Like, you literally will never get any, and then you're going to wonder, oh, why did nobody ever listen to me? Well, this is exactly why. You're a fucking disrespectful piece of shit. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, can I get a refill? I know you.
Or this one, too. Like, inconvenience to do a basic ass job. Like,
They stare
there's
at you
no
while
way.
they. I don't know if this makes any sense.
And for what reason? Like, is this so complicated?
I thought that
Oh
it
my
was their way
God.
of telling you you're an idiot. But
I mean, that's what
If you're
that's
working,
what a reasonable
like,
person would assume.
these
but
situations don't
I guess
support
not.
that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's just,
These situations are more. I think this is staged, so it's
well, this is staged.
I mean, obviously staged, but
but I feel like, I don't know. It's like, it seems real enough to me. Like, these are real
People are asked a
responses.
question only to respond by seemingly staring off into nothing. There's a term for it. It's called the Gen Z stare. Some say it's a new social phenomenon where people born between 1997 and 2012 have basically zero reaction when spoken to in various social scenarios. And when some people recently started poking fun at them on TikTok, it blew up into a cross-generational social media war between millennials and Gen Zers.
Yeah.
a social media war.
Well, and this whole thing of like, okay, we're trying to tell you you're being retarded and you need to knock the shit off because no one's going to take you
Right.
serious or respect you. And then you keep doing it and then complain that literally you can't get anywhere. Like, we're trying to explain you why you're not getting anywhere. And you're just like, I can't believe I'm not getting anywhere even though I keep doing the same thing everyone tells me not to do all day long. I don't know. It just doesn't just make any fucking sense. I know when you put it like that. What the fuck?
I was kind of thinking it was like they do it with each other, and it's acceptable amongst their own peer groups, but they can't adapt to communicating with other groups, like their non-peer groups, like
Which
people
is
who are
just
older than them.
Crazy. Like, how did the people you never had to interact with someone
these
older
are
than
like-
you? Like, you
Yeah,
never
it's like
had
basic
to
skills you should have
communicate with
learned when you
someone that
were
wasn't a
in
peer?
elementary school, or at least middle school. You know,
You
Certainly by
gotta
the time
interact
you were in
with
high
people. I
Right.
don't know. This is crazy. I mean, it's actually crazy because, like, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I shouldn't use my own family as reference. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if they ever like pop in, but like I've seen younger people like not be able to like order at a restaurant, for instance, because they're like socially anxious or like they can't communicate with like someone that's not like a known. You know what I mean? Like I don't know this person. I can't like
Yeah.
I instantly can't figure it out. It's like, what?
Yeah, I mean, the Gen Zer I know is, I would categorize as being extremely shy, but still capable. But
Yeah.
there could be some truth to that too. I mean, the social anxiety thing, like just not knowing and just closing off.
But what the hell they
because-
think is going to happen? Someone going to reach over
the
and
Gen
slap
Z's
them in the
is-
mouth?
Right,
Like,
the
what are
Gen
they
Z's-
afraid of?
Z stare, at least as much as I've seen it, isn't that. It isn't, oh, I'm too shy to answer, or I'm too embarrassed, or I have social anxiety. It's more, like an arrogance thing.
Yeah, I mean that's what it seems like, but they're trying to make it seem like that's not what it is, and it's like, well,
Right.
then you better
Which is why it's
do something
confusing.
else.
So it's like, well, what is
Because
it? What is it?
Yeah,
already?
exactly.
It's
Like we are programmed to
it can't
receive
be
that
a
as
multi-purpose.
you're a piece
like
of shit.
that's not like that. Just does, like if it's a multi-purpose stare, then they deserve to be smacked in the mouth. Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's like you don't even know what it means. Like, what,
but
like,
that's
I
and
just
so they're
have to
afraid of
guess
being
what you're
slapped in the mouth, but they've
communicating with
never
your
been
silence?
slapped in the mouth before.
in
Exactly.
your blank stare. It's like what?
How does that work for anyone? This is everything about this. Bobby, we need you to step in and explain this, please.
It just makes sense.
Make it make sense.
So much touch with reality.
We just lost touch with reality. Yeah, I know. Why?
We need to just accept this is who
What's
these
with these
No!
giant
We are not
grandma
gonna
glasses
accept
all the
it.
time? I don't understand. Is this a fashion thing?
Um,
I see a lot of
that's
these
the
big,
problem.
like,
I know,
like
and this
retro,
person might be
like
a transformer.
really retro glasses style.
Just because
that's
of
like
the
these giant
glasses. I'm
rimmed
like,
glasses.
oh no, I can't.
I'm
tell.
confused. Yeah, I think it's a fashion thing. I don't.
Nah,
I've seen it
I mean,
more on
yeah,
the
it's
internet.
fashion,
I
but
see it
it's
on the
also a
internet a
statement
lot.
of being a fucking libtard, and
Oh, okay. I guess
I
that
think
does
it's
make some
like
sense.
it's like a signal to other people, so they can like blankly stare at each other's glasses and be like, "Oh, you're a libtard
because
too."
it's starting to feel weird wearing a mask everywhere. So now they have the giant rimmed glasses
Oh my
as a
God.
new
I think
virtue
you just,
signal. I just hit on something, didn't I?
I believe we just broke some news, people. Where I think this is publish worthy. Is there a paper somewhere?
I've been starting to tell when I see people wearing masks now. I tell them I hope they feel better soon, and I walk off. Because the only reason to wear a mask is because you're sick and you don't want to get other people sick, right?
Oh,
That's
my
what they
God.
do in
Yeah,
Japan and stuff.
Yeah, I mean this. Yeah,
It's a courtesy, and I appreciate it.
interesting. So
But
I
if
don't
they're
know.
wearing the mask for any other reason, then it's like, why are you wearing a mask?
It's
Honestly.
virtue signaling. Come on.
Obviously, you're trying to communicate something and hide behind a mask while you're doing it.
And
Because there's psychology behind hiding behind masks. People feel emboldened to do things they otherwise wouldn't because you can't see their face.
Oh, just like the internet, man. People say all kind of dumb shit they would never say to your face.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah. It's the same
that's
kind
why
of,
the
yeah.
internet and social media is bad.
books are.
Right.
Well, specifically, so the internet, not so much. Social media, yes. Bobby, you missed it. Damn it. Well, I hope your kid is playing now, but these Gen Zs and their stare, and they're just like, there was just too much to cover, to be honest. But we're gonna need some help along the way. So I'm glad you're with us.
And the conversation
Yeah.
has spilled
Ninja.
over from Western to Chinese social media.
这一时代的凝视。
这没有什么不好的。
And these people say there's nothing wrong with it. No, it's completely bad. And they're saying an entire generation does it. Like, yeah. And then,
Yeah, these people are in Japan. What's
I
up
am
with that?
sick and tired of this excuse of, oh, COVID caused this because everyone was locked down and like socially became retarded. It's like, it was 2 fucking years. You people are way older than 2 years. Like, and you still had to interface with someone. Like, you weren't just like in a
Yeah.
like
There's some
completely
adults,
isolated.
I mean, I
You had to
guess
still-
teachers aren't probably a good example these days, but you know, healthcare workers, you know, doctors and nurses and such.
And then
got,
honestly, if they
you
chose
know,
to like misbehave
administrators
and like
who aren't
not do
teachers
good
in schools,
I don't know, like to an extent that's on you. Like, yeah, I mean the system maybe wasn't really
parents,
built to like be great for it, but you also have accountability. And frankly, if you
Extended
chose to
family.
do good, yeah, exactly. Your
Grandparents.
family, where are
Right,
they
I'm just
looking? Like, why are you?
it's not like a
not,
huge
you know?
pool necessarily, but it's still more than 10 in most cases, right? That you would have some interactions with that you
I
can't
know,
avoid. Like your
something.
doctor, like you've got to answer your doctor's questions, right?
Like exactly. I don't know. There's like all kind of stuff. Like this doesn't
But
make
then I
any
guess
sense.
kids don't necessarily see their
It's
doctors
like the
without their
victim
parents there,
mentality.
but I don't know. I don't have kids, so I can't answer that.
It went from social separation to I don't want to hear your voice. Why are you talking to me? Yeah. Well, but I'm tired of the fucking excuses. Like, to be honest, I am sick and effing tired of all the excuses and the victim this and the, oh, I didn't get a childhood because COVID, and oh, I didn't get to play with my friends because of COVID, and
That's just 2 years.
Yeah, it frankly was 2 years, to be honest.
And what were you playing out in the fields anyway? I doubt it. I'm guessing you're playing games online. You
probably were doing the same exact thing. Exactly. You were on the computer anyway the whole time.
Playing World of Warcraft.
I never got to see my friends. So now I'm like complete fucking retarded and completely can't do anything. Oh my God. And then it's just an excuse. It's not even like,
Granted,
oh, let's do something about it. It's just like,
probably didn't learn as much as they could have if they hadn't had COVID. But
I say the reverse. You probably could have learned more if you actually gave a shit because you didn't have to worry about spending all your time going to all the walk into different classes. You couldn't go to the bathroom when you wanted to. You couldn't do X, Y, and Z, but you could have. You had all the information of the universe at your fucking fingertips, and you decided to go fucking goon in the corner and play Call of Duty all day or Minecraft or what the hell ever.
If I was in like 6th or 7th or 8th grade when COVID happened, there's no way I would have studied if I could have like gone outside or like done anything else.
I think partially it's a framing.
I'm sure at that age I would have been like, "This is great. I don't have to do any schoolwork, or I have to do the minimal. I just have to like be on the call and
that's the problem. This is the problem.
I'm playing with my Game Boy or some shit. You know?
No, it's framing. You gotta. Because if you just tell people, oh, you got to study. Yeah, of course, nobody's going to do that. You got to make it exciting. Because, like, when I was younger, and I think you too, like, have you ever done Flash programming when you were younger and done animated shit and, like...
Not when I was younger, because I was
X, Y, and Z thing.
That. I learned that college age level stuff.
Well, even like HTML crap or like MySpace or like literally anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a framing like, oh, well, what could you do with this? Or like, hey, what can you build? Or like, oh, even with like Legos or like what they have, like it was some sort of like erector set or something. You could get like motors and stuff for it and all that kind of shit.
I love that.
But that's what I'm saying. Awesome. You don't just say, "Oh, go study." You say, "Hey, here's this cool thing. Figure it the fuck out." And guess what? No. That leads
with my
to them
spare
figuring
time, I would have read, played with Legos, tried to hang out with my friends. You know. Those are things
but even hanging out with friends, like if you like when I hang out with my friends, he had the cool like motorized little connector thingies, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, let's play with that shit."
I never had them. You know I had to play with my friends when the friends had them too. They were really cool though, so you could, they had the little motors and stuff.
But that's how you gotta teach kids is like you gotta like almost trick them, be like, "Oh, look how cool this thing is." Now go figure it out.
Now you're learning engineering.
Yeah, now figure it out. Like, I'm not going to hold your hand. Here's the internet, or here's Grok. Ask Grok and see how bad he does telling you how to do stuff.
Who loved, like, all things mechanical and electrical engineering. And I'd go over to his place, and we'd build RC things in his basement.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was into, like, he would build kits, like planes and stuff, but he also was into just designing his own, and we'd come up with crazy ideas and try them out.
Yeah, exactly. And
I remember we made an ice boat, and it went out so fast. We went out of range, and it was out in the middle of the ice.
Oh,
and we couldn't get it because it was like someone was like, "Oh,
yep." Even that, you're learning something.
Voyage, weeks of work and engineering, and it was all for naught.
And that's the thing. Like my school had like a fucking like a summer program. We did like rockets. We did like like all kind of crazy shit. But it was like
rockets. I wish I had.
But they had all the time and opportunity is the point. That's what I'm trying to get at. You could play with rockets in your backyard. You know what I'm saying? You could go like,
that's true.
Like you didn't have
but
to
you
do anything.
But you kind of need an adult to encourage you direction too, to a degree.
Yeah,
if you're young, so yeah, so it's
100%. So I'm not saying it's like 100% onto the kids, but
no,
I'm saying they're not completely out of the, guilt here. Like, you could have literally done anything, and like they say, oh, you have access to everything, and including like you could just learn anything you want.
Yeah,
but
you can learn for free.
You chose
especially
not
then,
to.
all these online courses were like free during COVID. Like a lot of them.
There's still a whole bunch of free shit all over the place.
Free, absolutely.
So I don't know. Like, I just have no sympathy because I've been there. Like, I've learned on my own, and there's no need that you have to have someone pushing you down, forcing you like, oh, you got to do this. You got to figure it the fuck up. I enjoyed learning by fucking things up. Exactly. Yeah. And that's a great way to learn. Like, if you get a battle scar, you remember that. You're like, oh, I won't do that again. It was not a good idea. Uh-oh. Did someone get 4 of the 5? Uh-oh. Someone got something. Hold on. How do I let you through?
You also learn by taking things apart and trying to put them back together again.
I don't know how to let your comment come through, but it got banned pretty hard. Mazeroth. 4 of the 5 homos in Trumpstein's cabinet are not woke, but they are Jews who suck a dick. 4 out of 5? Who is the one that's not?
We're on
Sabrina,
Gen Z right now. Sabrina,
welcome.
You're still early.
Just in time. Yeah, we're still on the Gen Z stuff. We will be moving on to.
Yeah, we got off on some sort of a
You
tangent.
keep getting banned. I don't know why. Hold on. At Kitty Diddler Trump.
It's probably the FAG word is going to ban you.
So can you see these two then? How do we I don't even see an option to like let it through.
I don't see them.
But if Trumpstein didn't stink on Netanyahu's kook, Israel, who has never done anything for the USA, would not be getting billions of American tax dollars. If that seems like a weird connection. Hold on. If Trump wasn't on Yahoo's kook, the USA would not be getting billions of Americans' tax dollars. I'm not sure what you're trying. That is not making sense, son. Oh, you got ran over by a hay hauler? Bet you won't run in front of that again. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's once and then there's twice, and then the third time maybe.
Bundled in the hay, like in the cartoons, where you're like in the block of hay, and your head sticking out.
Is that how those things work?
I have no idea. I'm guessing not. It's probably much more violent than that.
Even that one got banned.
I'm hoping he didn't get stuck in the hay hauler. I have no idea how they work.
You gotta say PDF file, son, and maybe some of this could actually get. This is
literally hauling hay. Oh, I was thinking of binding it out and like spitting it out, shooting it out the back.
I don't think most Jew men were PDFs until they were corrupted by the Babylonians.
Babylonians.
Yeah, but I don't think that's how you spell Babylonian. There is no cure for PDF disorder, so Trumpstein is probably going to the hockey sticks. Did that one get through? No. Okay, you gotta use something else instead of the P word there. All right.
Usually lets profanity through if we approve it, though, doesn't
Twitch will let me at least let it through, but Yahoo, or what are we on? YouTube, not even.
Oh, it's the YouTubers. Gotcha.
It looks like it's.
Yeah, they're really touchy. YouTube is a little sensory, you might say. Censor happy.
Don't be anti-Semitic and mention pederasty is legal in Israel because Because something written a long time ago says it's allowed. Did it let that through? Man, I don't know.
No, it's not letting anything through.
YouTube is not your friend today. You can come into Twitch if you'd like. Let me show you. Let me give you a Twitch. If you.
I'm wondering if maybe you've been tagged by the Googles for being a naughty person.
You've been deep stated. You're flagged by YouTube, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't be and mention Jews.
Because your name isn't even coming through.
Booty and shoot the Gazans in the face for begging. Man, we haven't got to this part of the segment yet. We're on Gen Z. And then we got trans news. And then we can talk about Trump state. Okay.
Trump state is last.
You already put that in there. I asked you who's the one that doesn't, and it's not letting it go through. Boy, got the white YouTube. I don't know why I can't remember YouTube. I keep saying Yahoo. Weird. No, what am I, a million years old?
This. One is that it's a result of lockdowns during the pandemic.
This stupid lockdown and pandemic shit, man.
Another is that it's a sign of resistance to performative.
And resistance. Oh my God. Keep resisting. It's working so. And we'll see this. Like repeatedly through all these stories is this like resistance and like this just like, oh, I'm gonna do my thing. Okay. Is it working for you though? I mean, can we take a second and just reflect and say, has this strategy gotten me where I want to go or not? Or am I closer to my goals or farther? I don't know. It just is crazy to me.
Right.
If you do your research, you will learn the Rothschild and other Jews replaced the King James Bible with the Schofield Bible and added lies to the Oxford Press in 1908.
Okay, let's work together and make a video that gets 10 million views. Another theory is that these people are genuinely bored or really just don't care. Whatever it is, the next
I think
time
they
you
just
get
don't
this
care.
look, know that you're not the only one. Okay.
I honestly think they don't care, and it's not getting them anywhere. All right, so this one kind of got me a little twisted because I wasn't really sure whose side this was coming from until the end, and frankly, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's always a crazy twist every time I see something like this.
Never get ahead if you don't make sacrifices in the office. Do the extra work, show you're committed, and trust me, it'll all pay off in the end.
It's actually incredibly likely that I'll be included in the next round of layoffs.
If you can prove that you can get a lot done quickly, you'll be seen as valuable.
No, if I get a lot done, they'll exploit my hard work and good nature. You can.
Okay, so I'm going to pause at this point and ask you, which direction, like, which point of view made this short, and whose side are they on? The I guess, boomer or the Gen Z?
My guess is the Gen Z's made it, and they're trying to enforce their point of view, but to be honest, the only side that makes sense in this is the boomer side of you. So I'm not sure. Was it perhaps directed by a Gen Xer or something like that? I don't know.
Possible. I was watching this and I'm like, what is happening? Like, what is?
It's like then you say, yeah, this looks like this is absolutely correct, and they're like, exactly.
It's the whole they say
like,
the thing that makes sense, but
Like,
they're
what
saying
is-
it like it's satire. It's like the logic in your life you think is clearly the satire part. Like, what? This
That's
doesn't make
completely
any
how you succeed in life is to. You're right. I mean, like you said it a lot before, is to provide value to. Otherwise, why would anyone give you anything? Just out of love, right? Well, that's your parents, and they're gonna die someday. So, just the way of life. So it's you gotta take care of yourself.
They're just like, oh, I'm probably going to get laid off. Well, okay, you're definitely gonna get laid off.
Parents are gonna be there to take care of your whole
not
life.
doing anything. Like, I don't understand. Yeah, what are you talking? How'd you get hired? What did you think you were gonna do? Like, I don't understand.
Kids these days have the wrong attitude about work. You're lazy. It gets easier as you get older. That's how it works. Ooh, from what I can tell, the older millennials really took that message to heart and they are not doing so hot. So, I'm gonna keep doing what...
They're not doing hot? How are you doing? They're taking care of your baby ass. Like, I don't understand what the fuck. Like, where are these people coming from? Like, oh, they're not doing so hot. Have you looked in the mirror? I do not understand.
I'm doing and try to enjoy my life before the world burns into a crisp. You're not allowed to enjoy your life yet. I didn't get to when I was your age. To be fair, you're still...
And that was where I started. I'm like, okay, now I know for sure which direction this is from. But
Yeah,
just like,
'cause
up
that's
until this
not-
point, it was
yeah.
just like,
You sacrifice your younger years in terms of like money so you can save and work on getting more money. And then you save it and then you invest it.
yeah, these
and
people
then-
just want to start
and
right
then
at
when
like,
you're
you know,
like ready to
luxury
retire,
level.
you got a whole bunch of money. You're like, yeah.
Yeah,
Bora
who's
Bora.
supporting all this? I don't understand where they think like any of this comes from or how they feel like any of this will work.
If you're really cool and you're really diligent, you work really hard and or smart, really you have to work smart, then you invest your money earlier on and then you have more money earlier and you can retire earlier and you can enjoy your retirement for longer.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, you gotta.
I mean,
build
that's a goal.
something.
That's
you
a
have to
legit goal.
build something first.
Right.
Like, regardless of how you look at it,
But
you
if you
gotta
don't-
build
if you don't
something. You can't start with
try to
nothing and
take
be
care of
like,
it
oh.
earlier, and by the time you get there, you're going to be stuck, you know, like you know, my retirement plan is working at, you know, Walmart as a greeter. That was my retirement plan. It's changed, but thank
Times have
goodness.
changed, thank goodness. Thank you, Daddy Trump.
But
Love
in
you.
my 20s, I'm like, as far as I know, that's my retirement plan. Because I don't have much I don't even have enough to save. But that changed a little bit here and there.
Welcome to Walmart. Get your shit and get out.
Take
All right.
advantage of those 401ks.
So we just had the fun part of this segment. Now
That was
this
the
is
fun
actually,
part.
That
I
was
love
the
his
fun
hair.
part. Ziggy, welcome in. All right.
I love his
You
hair.
got
but it
here
should be
just in
green.
time for the actual heavy lifting. Okay, this is where we're gonna use our brains, people. So buckle in. We did the stretching. We had some fun. Now I'm gonna take apart this person's entire existence piece by piece, mercilessly
They're gonna
and
break 'em
without
down.
any reservation.
Live
Because
on
I'm
the internet
so
for all
sick
the
of
world to
it.
see.
I'm so sick of it.
I just wanted to say before you begin, I do like his hair. It has that
Yeah.
I just woke up and I don't give a shit vibe that I particularly appreciate. But I think it should be green. No,
But
we
I
can move on.
also can say that reflects exactly who this person is perfectly, and you can tell immediately upon looking at this person what they're about to say in its entire. Like, I bet you we don't even have to watch this, and you would already know everything he's about to say, just from this one opening, still picture. It's crazy. How can you know everything? It's just not good. Stereotypes are real
Excuse me.
sometimes. I don't know. Ziggy, I don't know. Do you see any of these comments that this person I can't allow them through for some reason, but if you see anything, just allow it if you're able to. I don't know. Yeah, you're in again. Cheers, baby. I'm glad you're got all your stuff dropped or whatever happened, but cheers to the freaking weekend. Trumpstein didn't even know who Vance was
there we go.
until Thiel ordered him to choose him for VP. Well,
I see him now. I had to choose the
you
all
see it?
message visible. Yeah, I see him now.
Living the dream. Nightmares are dreams too, honestly. Okay, you can't keep saying the same thing. I'm telling you, who's the one that doesn't belong? I mean, who is the 5 that is not the Jew. Okay. All right. This person is about to tell us all about his life experience, and as previously mentioned, I'm about to destroy him. So buckle in, people. Welcome.
Maybe you've seen it too. It's about 30-year-olds in America. How back in the 60s, if you were 30 years old, there was about a 50% chance that you were both married and owned a home. That was just normal life back then. But today, in 2025, that number has fallen to around 10%. Think about how crazy.
Let's see. In the 50s. All right. What? There's no way that's right. Even as the 1900s was how is that possible? Well, I mean, this kind of explains why also things happened earlier. I mean, people living longer is also, part of the equation that, is still getting balanced out. People didn't live so long, and then, we had things like pension, and now the companies got to pay for a lot longer than they expected to. We got Social Security. People are living a lot longer and having to make do with what they didn't used to. You know what I mean? Like, people never got to that point before. And if they did, it was like, okay, give them some money and just let them do their thing. And now everyone's getting there and they're like, shit. Okay, we're going to have to keep raising the retirement age and this and that. And really, that's more of a symptom than solving the problem, right? The problem is, why do this many people need to rely on the government when they're that old? Like, why didn't you build anything in the first 85 years of your life that you could, get to sustain you till you die? I don't know. That's part of the problem too. Okay, now you're just on a loop. So I'm going to assume at this point you're a bot. But if you can prove me wrong, I will happily let you keep doing your thing. But yeah, I think that is part of the factoring that they're not, including is people didn't live that long. So if you're talking about someone in the 50s getting married and having a home in their 30s, well, they kind of expected to be dead soon. So it's like, of course, that's what they were doing. And then it turns out they lived longer and then ended up hating their wives. And then there was a whole domestic violence era. You know what I'm saying? Like, things evolve. I don't know.
That is. Almost 90% of people in their late 20s and early 30s are listening to two very things that society used to tell us were the markers of adulthood.
Oh, you can see that? Something came through finally?
Of course, after that naturally comes family. And this is, of course, more than just a number. There's a whole story behind how things got this way, and why so many of us at this age wake up with this constant knot in our stomach, feeling like there's really not that much to live for. It seems like everyone feels like they're falling behind, and the worst part is that it seems like every time we want to have a real conversation.
Okay, so you're saying everybody's falling behind, but the first person we looked at was like, shut up, boomer, I have all the information of the universe. Okay, so which is it? Are you capable or are you a fucking idiot? Are you falling behind or are you ahead of us? Because from my perspective, you're a bunch of idiots that are way the fuck behind, but think for some reason that you're a bunch of geniuses that know everything. And that is just so far from the case.
About these issues, the response is always the same. It's your fault. Stop being lazy. Take some responsibility. There are always people out there trying to gaslight us into thinking that we're always the problem. But if everyone is feeling the same way, it's not just like an entire generation decided to get lazy overnight. Human psychology doesn't just change on a whim. So I think that means...
No, you didn't decide to get lazy overnight, you idiot. The problem is, though, you didn't adapt either. Yeah. Hammer, welcome in. Clap, clap.
It's Hammer.
I'm glad to see that you're a human, Hammer. I had to change it from top comments to all. If you don't wear a silly Jew beanie,
we do
you're
know
not
he's a
welcome
human. We've
in
spoken with him in real time.
Where most Jews hate Christ. What? What? And Christians? What? Opie, Hammer, you're not human. That was 2 claps. Uh-oh. Well, yeah, we're going to have... What are those called? Captchas? Well, I'm going to have to get a captcha in here. You're going to have to fix your loop, brother. This one doesn't make sense. I think you typed it in backwards. I think it's the other way around. The USA getting money from Americans, I don't think has anything to do with Israel, honestly. All right, Ziggy, I'm glad you're also clapping. Oh, can we all
quite
get some clap
work.
clap this weekend? Ooh, I hope so. Cheers to the freaking weekend, up all night to get lucky.
You're not crazy if you're struggling. If you're in your 20s and still feeling behind like I do, like so many other people do out there, it's not necessarily because you're a failure. It's because the world that we were promised really doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, the world you were promised. I'm glad you heard that too.
Anymore.
I'm glad you instantly picked up on that.
I did. I heard that was his whole point.
Ah! Oh my
They
God.
clicked their heels 3 times together and nothing happened.
I know.
And they said, "Oh, I'm giving up now. There's no
It's
point. I'm just going to
so
stare blankly at you."
crazy. I know, but that's what happened. And because people enabled it, people enabled this victim mentality. They kept telling these kids everything, they're great, everything, you're genius, you're so perfect. And now okay, your parents and your dumbass teachers aren't around anymore, and you got to step into the world with people like me. Uh-oh! That's not working out so good. Oh my God.
I think Mazeroth is a demon.
Where do we see Nazaroth?
No, it's the person in the chat.
Oh.
It's like very, very angry.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a bot, but
Yeah,
I'll
a demon
allow it
bot. That's what I'm saying.
because
Demon bot.
first off, it's all getting filtered, so I don't know what the point is. But if it counts as
Yeah,
activity, I'm gonna just let it fly.
I'll take it.
And here's the number
take
one
it.
incoming. I know. I don't understand like that. I'm glad it buzzed your ears too. Like it just sat in my ears like so hard. I'm like, this is what all of them feel like. They were not given something they were promised, or
And
like they were
YouTube,
gypped out of something they deserve, or like
Commander.
some sort of weird entitlement thing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He's a
bot?
commander,
Oh,
so you can't say
Hammer.
like
Can you see the bot too, or I'm not sure.
I don't think he can. I turned it off. I was like, it's just all like doesn't really make any sense anyway, and it's a lot of hateful stuff in there. There's like really not much point to it, and it was very repetitive.
Oh,
so
we
it's
got
probably
Hammer
bot.
1 in here too. Are you a distant relation of Hammer? Mazeroth is a celestial body in the Bible. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. I can't see anyone but the usual. Okay. I'm not sure if there's a toggle or something you got to do to see any of it. It only comes through on my,
Azeroth
like,
without the M is a
chatbot.
star in Orion's belt.
Oh, it's probably
It's
the one over
something
his wiener, because this guy
similar
likes hanging
to
around
that.
wieners all day, I guess.
It could be. It's like that. What's above the? It's just on the belt.
Yeah,
So-
right above his wiener. No,
Oh, I'd have to look it up. I'd have to chat GBT it. I'm just way too Gen Z lazy for that. So
Thankfully, I'm not that slow, I would hope. All right, but let's see what this guy and his Greta Thunberg, oh, I didn't get my childhood bullshit. Like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah,
You're still
Ziggy, you'd
living your
have to-
childhood. You
in the top of the chat, you can choose live chat and top chat. If you choose the live, it might
is it
show
like
it to you.
random,
But
like you
it's
got like
not-
50 things that you can
not
say,
worth
and
the
we'll just
trouble.
get like randomly one of them. What do we got this time? Tom Alexandrovich
Non-constructive.
saved from yeah.
Now, most of us grew up with a specific script or conditioned to believe. You go to school, you get a decent job, you get married.
See, the ramblings just hurt my head.
Maybe have.
Unless they're from Pav. Unless they're Pav's ramblings, and then they're entertaining. But if they're from just chat, it's like, oh, I just got to read it because I have to read things. I'm just a reader.
Yeah, I wish
That
it
makes
was
me
a little
stupid.
more. I mean, there's at least a consistency, but these are honestly hard for me to read.
They are. I was trying. I really was, and my tongue
I'm not a good reader. You
for a little bit, and I'm like, this is just hateful rambling, and
you gotta use
no more
smaller words for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too. And
And we're on the Gen Z deep dive.
And you're
Okay, we need to
quoting
pay
scripture
attention
from
to this
the Quran, and I'm
to this
not- I don't read
fluffy-haired
that.
young man. and his plight so I can destroy him with conviction.
Then that's why you're one of our biggest fans.
Now,
Yes,
Bobby.
you get that any time of the day with Team Venture Gaming. All right. We got to focus, baby. We're on segment 1 and we're about almost 45 minutes in here, people. We gotta get through this. This is very serious. All right. He's going to tell us about the script and why he's not getting...
I thought he was done already. I'm sorry. We're moving on with this. I thought we were done with this guy. I thought he had his point.
I know. He was
the world he was
promised.
promised does not exist anymore. So, but there's more. All right.
There is more. We need to really destroy this person. I'm sorry.
Specific script we were conditioned to believe in. You go to school, you get a decent job, you get married, you buy a house, you start a family, maybe have a kid or two by the time you're 30.
Well, that's the exact same damn story I was sold, and guess what?
Yeah, me too. No kid.
I don't know. Like, what are you trying to say, you
No
idiot?
house.
Like, I figured it out
No
and
white
somehow...
picket fence. I don't have a dog. I do have a cat. I love my cat. And I have a condo, so I don't know if that counts.
And
Not
frankly,
really. It's
there's a
not quite
lot
the
more
same.
people telling you nowadays that that's not actually the real story. And a lot more people are willing to share, like, hey, people are lying to your ass. Nobody told me that. Literally, I don't think a single person ever was like, hey, you might want to actually reconsider what everybody has been telling you for the last 18 years. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever said that, but a lot of people nowadays are like, hey, by the way, that might not actually be the best thing for a lot of people.
Right. That's also true. That's part of the reason I don't have a kid and I don't own a home or a house.
I don't know. Well,
I do own
and
a
just the
home.
story of like go to school
Don't
and
own a
get a bunch of
house.
debt and like blah, blah, blah. It'll figure itself out. And then all
Yeah.
these people that get idiot ass degrees or like don't even finish or like just get debt and don't really even understand. Like they've never even had to pay anything before. And now they're hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. Like what? They don't even understand the magnitude of that or what it takes to repay that.
The only ones that have an excuse for that too are like doctors and like maybe lawyers because they have a way of paying that debt off. But their debt is huge too. It's like
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's even way
really?
bigger than
It's like
the other
why
debt.
become a
Exactly.
doctor? You know, I mean, it's like
And then you got all
you gotta
the
really
insurance
like want to help
concerns
people and be really smart, I guess. You know, but not too smart, right? Or else you wouldn't do it because you're like, geez, this is crazy. Like, I'll just
too
do
smart.
this instead, and make tons of money and have no debt, right? You know,
I know. It's crazy.
30. It's very simple. That was supposed to be the timeline, and that's how it was several decades ago. For our parents and grandparents, a lot of them thankfully did hit that milestone. They can maybe graduate at 22, buy a starter home by 25, have their first kid at 28, and that's not to say everything was easy for them, but it was doable. Now fast forward to our generation. You hit 25 and maybe you're working an entry-level job that barely pays enough to cover rent. Maybe you've got tens or hundreds of $1,000s of student loans on your back. And when you look at houses, forget about it. The cheapest 2-bedroom in a big city might cost $500,000. Again, it's no
Again, with this dumb shit. Oh, the cheapest 2-bedroom in a big city costs $500,000. Okay, well, don't live in the big city. I don't understand. And especially if your job can't afford it. Guess what? You don't live there. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, if all the millionaires live in a community and you're not a millionaire, why do you expect to just be able to just go there? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. And all this, like, you know, entitled, like, rights and stuff. Like, I don't understand what you feel like you're entitled to. Like, work for something. And if you're working and it only barely covers rent, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You're clearly not working any job that, like, needed a degree. That's for fuck sure. Or you're living in some idiot-ass place like the Chicago, right in the city, and the rent is retardedly high. I don't know. It's your choice, though.
it seems like maybe it's a worse thing to like have this isolated type of a lifestyle because you know your existence is through the internet, so you're not like physically moving about, right, interacting with the unknown and dealing with that. And this like expectation level that's just totally unrealistic. Like I'm guessing it's through like, you know, through TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that, and seeing other people's living their best life when it's really not that great. Like it's a fake front of what their life is really like. So people feel like I can't achieve that when so many other people do, and I'm just going to give up. So that's,
I know, without even really trying.
Sad,
like you've been in you've been working for a couple of years and you just give up. Like, okay.
I mean, yeah, then it's just like, well, you gave up way too easily.
Yeah.
I mean, giving up is really not the right answer at all. But, you know, most of us do to a point, and then we're like, okay, we get over it, we try again. Eventually we
honestly,
succeed.
I think people don't even hustle anymore. Like, you figure it out. Like, first off, you don't have to go to school. And number two,
I did some dirty jobs just to have a few dollars in my pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I had squirrel poop on my head type jobs. Like, oh my gosh. Like,
oh my god. Yeah, I know,
jobs.
minimum wage
You
expecting 6 figures.
You do
exactly.
that and you learn like this sucks. I gotta get a better job. Like I gotta do.
Yeah, and it
myself.
motivates. Like it gives you some
And
motivation. Like, okay,
motivator.
figure
It's
it
a
out, or
huge
you're going to be
motivator.
doing
Like,
this
I don't
all
wanna
day.
be
You know?
mowing lawns all my life. I gotta do something else. Like I don't like this is just a step, but it's a step. Like you have a job, all right. Now you can find a better job. They say it's easier to find a job when you have a job. So, you know, use that. If it's just something on a resume, it's something. It's a move
I mean, at
in
the
the
end
right
of the day,
direction.
plan
Keep going up
something
on
out
that
and
resume.
figure it out. Exactly. And I think
and lying isn't really a good plan, because if you get caught, then you'll kind of get, you know, people find out like, oh, this person lies on their.
Well,
I don't know. Yeah, it's that big a deal these days or not.
I think a lot of people also don't spend any of their free time
you don't
like
know
bettering themselves.
Wise.
Well, yeah, don't lie. Just figure it out. Like, actually take the time to learn it. Like, you have time to watch a movie, then you have time to fucking learn a skill. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And especially if you're unhappy. You either got to say, I'm fine with where I'm at and I'm going to watch a movie, or I'm not fine with where I'm at and I'm going to figure out how to improve myself so that I can have a higher value to someone. That's it. You have a choice. You can't have both. Or at least you're not at the point where you can have both.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the happiest people I know have very little and work their asses off. Yep. Well, I mean, honestly, I always encourage people, like, if you're happy doing what you're doing and you're just working all the time because it makes you happy, great. But I also encourage people, like, maybe work less and figure out how to, you know,
yeah, I think working hard to make the money that you can then learn how to make your money work for you is like the best goal in life. Like I'm getting into that making my money part, and I'm so happy about it.
Money making
like
money,
all
baby.
The stress is like, ugh. I mean,
we gotta work smart,
but the old stress is pretty much gone. Like it's just like it's just so different.
Yeah, I mean it's different. It's different stresses, but you know the basic level of, you know, do I have to work until, you know, I'm arthritis and like hate my life every day? You know what I'm saying?
Like, at 82 years old, that's my that's my happy place. I'm not there.
Yeah,
somewhere else.
Yep, and that's the thing. I mean, but you know, one thing I really try and like keep in perspective is like everybody is different, and what makes people happy. And some people are content to go work at McDonald's, minimum wage, eat a hamburger, and then play WoW all day, or play Call of Duty, or do whatever, and just be fine with it. And that's great. That's great. Some people are like, nope, I'm gonna like go to school, I'm gonna like learn, I'm gonna work, you know, enough to get by, or like, I don't know, I'm going to side hustle, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. But it's like also a level of stress of like, okay, I'd never get to stop. And I'm also always like when does that person decompress? And like, it's a balance, right? It's a balancing act. And I think too much either way isn't good. But you know, when you look at common factors of like successful people, often it's like, you know, they neglect their family because they're always working, or you know, they have these habits that, you know, maybe aren't actually desirable if you want like a balanced life. You know, sleeping at the office. Okay, well, at what point is the money like you're a slave to the money? And that's honestly where I feel at sometimes with my business, and I'm a slave to the fucking business, and it drives me crazy. Like it shackles me in ways that I hate, like so bad, like that I can't walk away from. Where if it was a job, I could walk away and it literally have no impact. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But when you own the company, it's like, oh my God. Like the shackles are so
it's
different.
way different. You've got a level of responsibility that is.
Whoa! Hold on. We got
There's a lot
breaking
going on in
news
chat
over
about
here.
you right now.
I see. Hold on.
just
We gotta
wanted to
get
let you
back
know.
over the chat.
Wait, they're an actual person?
They are, I guess.
Oh my goodness!
Or maybe
I didn't think
he
so
was
either.
like
They were so
botting for a minute
repetitive.
and then like showed up. I don't know. I appreciate you popping in. All right, what'd I miss? Work smart. Unemployment is at an all-time high, and food is at an all-time high. I'm going to assume that's food pricing. Thanks to Trumpstein and his Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who is actually
Food is at an all-time high, but that started before the
elections. That did start well before Trump.
Before the elections.
But
so
I agree, it is at a ridiculous point. Even someone
he hasn't
in my
brought it down
position,
yet, but we
like,
also like his solutions keep getting delayed, so you can't really blame him right now for that. In my opinion,
Ziggy, not throwing shade. I'm just saying some people, and yeah, I know you work hard. That's what I'm saying, brother. I know you work hard. Some people don't. Some people want to put the minimum. What I'm trying to explain is the minimum effort scenario. The person that gives minimum effort all day and just wants to go home and play games and just doesn't give a fuck about ever doing anything different with their life. And I know that's not you. You are definitely have done a lot of stuff and work hard every day. It just happens that you also play WoW. And I played it for a little bit. I don't know. I couldn't necessarily get into it, but I could maybe if I had someone to play with. Might want to get some better sources. X. Well, I mean, I'm going to say some of this stuff's crazy, but I will say, and unemployment it's not at an all-time high. I don't think so, but it is at very high levels relative to historically, and food prices are kind of crazy. So I will get clap. I bust my ass 3 days a week. Yep, and that's the thing. Sometimes YouTube won't tell you unemployment is at an all-time high and food's at an all-time high. Why not? I think there are plenty of people that tell that. Hold on. Well, I know for sure unemployment is not at all.
I don't think he's typing this. I think he's cutting and pasting
relative high. All right, what else did I miss? Anything else? All right. So anyway, back to Gen Z before we move on to trans news. I just want to summarize this with I'm just complete, and I was really hoping to destroy this person, but we're getting all over the place. So the world that I was promised, I'm sick of hearing that no one is owed anything, and we have it literally better than anyone has ever had it in the history of anyone ever in the whole world ever, anytime ever. So to be like, oh, I didn't get what I was promised is like such a level of like arrogant entitlement. You need to shut the fuck up. Like, I literally don't. You said
if I showed up, I'd be handed the world. What's going on?
And they're not even really showing up. They're like half showing up. I can't even see his replies. Hammer top right of the chat. Click live replies, not top replies. You don't want to hammer. It's like
you
talking
need
with a brick
live
and slapping.
chat.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of actual person and just like some like bot feed. I'm not sure.
I think they're probably spamming a bunch of different channels at the same time.
But I'll allow it.
They're replying to chat, but not to us. So that's they're not replying to what we say. They're only replying to what Ziggy
Are
typed.
you not actually listening to me, you son of a bitch?
It's taking me a minute, but I'm getting there.
Oh my God. See, you're like my
totally
Sherlock Holmes
stupid.
or something. You got to put it together for me over time. I'm like
I think they call this wisdom, where you just see stuff over time and you start seeing patterns, and you're like, wait a second, something's not adding up.
Damn it! I completely didn't put it together. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, Gen Z, you need to change your attitude. I'm sick of the Gen Z stare. I'm sick of the entitlement. I'm sick of everything.
That's unfortunate for Trump's, because if he does,
that one got
sounds
through.
really
You got through. Congratulations. Your chat had enough words that were not filtered. All right. We love you. All right, that is Gen Z news. Let me take a swig of coffee and actually get my right soundboard going here for a second. Sabrina, it's true.
Welcome to the show where Gen Z takes the stage. Thumbs tapping screens in this digital.
Can't even make this shit up.
This is our bestie series, our guide. Real conversations we'd rather just hide. We're fluent in our social skills melt.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, Sabrina, there are no participation trophy, and this is the problem. Like I said earlier, the whole time, and I can't completely blame the kids. The whole life they've been told everything they do is good enough, and even though they're not trying, they're geniuses and X, Y, and Z. But now that their parents and teachers can't protect them anymore, and they are forced to deal with people like me, which is the hard reality of the universe right now, is that you have to deal with people like me, and it doesn't work. It's never, you're not getting anywhere. You will literally get nowhere.
Shiny things too.
And they just protest, and like we saw the other day, like, oh, if it aligns with my values, or like, I will walk away from a job if it doesn't, provide me a mental health stipend or something. It's like, oh my God, you are hardly in any position to be demanding and like commanding all these like weird like no. You haven't proven anything.
Group of people that are ready to vote for anything that gives them free stuff. Like a whole big group of people who are of age to vote, who are allowed to vote thanks to that. I think it's the 26th Amendment, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think his neck joint is that severe, especially compared to a lot of older people. I'm not gonna lie, his is pretty tight still. I don't know if it's like Botox, but it's pretty sprucey.
You talking about China?
No, we got this guy here about Trumpstein's neck gina. Squirrel, shiny things. Yeah, squirrel.
Oh
I know
gosh.
these kids. It makes me insane. But part of it is too, I mean, if the parent gave them Cocomelon and now their brain is literally damaged. Okay. I mean, yeah. But at the same time, the parent didn't know necessarily. Now, if they did know and kept doing it anyway, okay, well, there's a whole nother thing there. But, especially at first, like people, like, okay, here's a cartoon, and then they turned it into like psychological warfare against babies. Like, whoops. I mean, I don't know. I probably honestly would have been guilty of it. Like, I wouldn't be watching every single baby show with my baby to make sure that it's like safe for them or whatever. And how would I even know that this insanity is good or not for them? I'd be like, oh, babies like crazy shit. I don't know.
What's for dinner, Sabrina? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Pav.
Yeah, it's all good. They run from their parents, but are mad the world doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they run their... But and they'll badmouth all the older people that have been protecting them the whole time, and then all of a sudden they're not there to protect them, and now it's, oh, where's mommy? Mommy, help me. Oh my God. Making a dinner menu? Do you allow your family to like select from a menu? Lurk away. Yes, we appreciate the lurks. Thank you.
I wonder why.
All right, we're done with Gen Z. All right, now.
Oh, those pesky trends, they're everywhere.
On to trans news. I'm pretty sure that's pink, right?
Trans news? That is a magenta,
Killing
sir.
Jays, welcome.
You might even say fuchsia.
Did it
One of
not
those is
let your
copyrighted. I'm not
comment
sure
through?
which it is.
Oh, is that why you commented? Well, I'm glad we finally got a comment. All right. Yeah, pesky trans, why not? I don't know. Did you notice dogs only come in male and female, and if you cut the balls off, it's still male?
It's true.
Baked chicken. Ooh, do you bread it, or is it just like, how do you do baked chicken? Mashed potatoes and veggies. Mashed potatoes. Do you do fancy mash? Do you do any like garlic mash or like?
Oh, he wasn't asking how. He was asking how you do it. Gotcha.
Skin on? Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. I never skin on.
Skin on chicken or skin on
whole
potatoes?
Chicken. All right. For some reason, when I think chicken, I'm just thinking chicken breast. But you're talking a whole chicken. Oh,
a whole chicken.
Oh,
big old chicken.
Dry rub. What kind of seasoning you like? No, I don't run a restaurant.
How much is that?
A T-bone. Roasted garlic mash and asparagus. Yeah, how much
I'm hungry. Darn it.
I know. Why are we talking about all these things?
Master.
I'm not sure what's for dinner tonight. We're going to like a retirement party, and I think they had some fancy stuff last time.
Oh, can I go?
Do you have a nice tuxedo? See, this is why we have to get you living the better. Like, we got to get you dressed up and fancy. I could see you with a cane and like a tailcoat and like a medium-sized top hat. I think it would look. And like a pocket watch and a vest. Dude, no, I'm telling you. And first off, if we ever like when we travel, you will get all the babes will be after you. I'm telling. Let me help you get fancy, and we're gonna get you a wife as we travel. All right, Mazeroth, thanks for hanging out. Hope to catch you again soon. All right, what do we got here? Pav, I already asked if I could be your personal chef. Yeah, maybe soon, man. I'm telling you, if I can juice the market for the rest of the year, I feel like there's a possibility. And I would be the assistant that dogs on everyone. That's what we need. See, you got to have the right, what do you call it? Like, posse is not exactly right, but like your group of characters, right? You gotta have like when you're playing a role-playing game, you can't all be rogues, right? You need a fucking paladin. You need a
party.
Exactly. It's got to be balanced. The party, exactly. Group dynamics, exactly.
You gotta have a thief to get through those locked doors and get past those traps. And you need
this is the safer place to comment about pesky. Yeah, I say you can say whatever you want here. We welcome every opinion. Although if you say something dumb and I tell you you're dumb
or fourth,
you got to accept.
Oh, the cleric. You got to have the cleric to heal you.
But if you have a paladin, you can kind of like duel as the cleric,
right?
Sometimes
the cleric sort of has some fighting ability too.
Shrimp
They're all
welfare.
around pretty good.
I don't want to be on Twitch talking about talking bad about the wokies. Really? Is that not allowed on Twitch? Because I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Yeah. Well, that's true. I guess they are more left. I found that Reddit is all liberal retards. Like pretty much on every I don't know what they're called, subreddit, whatever. I don't know. I'm not that into Reddit, but I have noticed that they are all libtards. And the only way you can see the conservative point of view on anything is if you search by the most downvoted thing. You have to tell it. You have to tell it. Show me the stuff that's downvoted.
Yeah, it is a bit more, isn't it? Think about
what? Reddit and Twitch are very leftist. Yeah, it's crazy. YouTube, Kick, Rumble, more right wing. All right. Well, we're on Kick. We're not quite on Rumble yet. Damn it. I forgot about Rumble. I think we tried to set it up. I don't remember. Damn it.
I think Rumble
all right, we'll
is
have
like
to get on to Rumble.
People pay to see you, don't they?
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. But I'm pretty sure there's
Can you? No, maybe you can. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they have subscriptions over there. I'm not sure. Garlic, green beans, and potatoes au gratin. Au gratin potatoes. I do. Wait. Are au gratins have cheese? Like, I don't like a lot of cheese. And sometimes I feel like people overdo the cheese.
Awesome. Potatoes au gratin.
Wait, I'm thinking of like scallop. Is that au gratin is like scalloped with cheese or like what is it?
I think so, yes. They are scalloped, which is just thin sliced, as far as I know.
Trumpets are too loud, making people go left just for peace.
Yeah, gratin has crunchies in it too. I'm not sure what the crunchies are.
Do you think
that sounds
Sabrina,
about right,
who has been driven towards the left? I am struggling with that one. I feel like a lot of the country got pushed.
I've been
all
shoved
the way,
away from the left.
They kicked out so many people
away from the left. In fact, you might say.
I think,
I
for a long time I was a lefty too.
And I'm like, wait, this ain't where I want to be. There's people
I was no longer welcome over there.
Angry and throwing things and having temper tantrums and trying to tell me up is down and left is right.
Gratin has cheese and crunchies. What's crunchies like croutons or what are the crunchies? It's like just breading that's like baked into the cheese or something. What are crunchies? You can make them several. Yeah, Ziggy. I need 3 different au gratin potatoes presented to me for my selection. What is it? It's just burnt cheese?
I think it's just burnt cheese. It's the way it's
made. A lot of people do have
it. I've had it before and I absolutely love it. I never make it at home because I'm super lazy when it comes to cooking and I only do super basic stuff that doesn't involve pre-made things. I try not to eat processed food. Yeah, it's hard because I still like ice cream and,
make your own.
That kind of stuff. It still gets processed.
An oven baked crusty cheese top. Yes.
Yeah,
okay. So you throw on like the broiler for a second and like let it blast the top.
Sounds about right. I'm sure
make your own is easy.
Making baked crusty oven baked.
Yeah.
Scalloped
I don't know.
Potatoes.
Trump's first term, I thought he was a complete retard and I bought into all the media because I never really watched the news at all, and it would just be like little clips of this and that, and I was like, oh wow, he's so stupid. And then once I got like really into politics, and really it wasn't even politics, I got into the stock market, and then I realized stock market is pretty much politics but with dollars. And then I realized all of everything. Like I went deep and I was like, holy crap, this is all interconnected, and you can make a bazillion dollars off this if you just drop your shit and just believe that, you just have to accept the reality. A lot of people can't just accept reality. They have to like stomp their feet and be like, oh, everything's going to be bad because Trump. Well, the problem is the dollars don't believe that. And I'm going to go with the dollars for now and make a lot of dollars. And you know, you can stomp your feet and not make the dollars, and that's fine too. That's your choice.
It means more dollars for the rest of us.
Exactly, more for me. And
This
then
is why
you
the rich
can
people
complain.
don't actually tell the rest of us how they became rich. And they do, but it's, you know,
they
really
keep a
vague.
lot of
It's not
things secret. I'm
specific.
telling you.
Oh yeah, it's the stock market.
Yeah, I
Like,
need
well,
dollars
that's not
too.
really an answer. That's just a, you know, an avenue of looking into. And then you start looking into it. And then you learn
Everyone
too.
in
And then you're
everyone's
like, I can
business
make
because
money
they
too.
put
And
their
then maybe you
business
do it,
everywhere.
maybe
Everyone
reading
makes their
it all.
business everybody's business. They put it all over social media and then complain like, "Oh, why are you talking about me? Why'd you put it up there to be talked about?"
I think the stock market is essentially gambling, but
It
it's
is.
gambling where you do have an advantage if you know what you're doing.
Yes.
As
Big
opposed
time.
to actual like casino gambling where the house always wins.
Yeah, house
which
always
is
wins.
true.
Well, I mean,
Because
house
they
always
have
wins
the
with
advantage.
stocks too, but see you later, Sabrina.
over
Have a great
time,
day.
Over time.
Well,
Absolutely.
I mean, the broker, I mean, because they just make money off the transactions. So it's like if you're trading billion stock a day, they're just they make money regardless of
they
if
make
anybody
a
else makes
percentage,
money, right?
either a percentage based, like if they manage your money, it's a percentage usually.
Oh
and
my
if
God. And if
brokerage,
you're-
they make
yeah.
per transaction.
Yeah, the
That's
per
a lot of
transaction.
money that they're making. Absolutely.
I think my broker made like 20 grand off me so far this year.
I'm not surprised.
From the trades that I've been placing. Like holy
Not
crap.
surprised
And then I
at all.
asked him, I'm like,
that's
can you
all?
I was
Actually,
like,
my
can you
question is, are
give me
sure you
something
make
for
more than
free?
that?
Because
you
what the
actually
fuck?
done quite well, sir.
Yeah, but it's, you know, the number of transactions. So I mean, I've traded like thousands of options, but you know,
still percentage is a percentage.
Yeah. I mean, those are flat fee. It's not percentage.
Oh, they're flat fees.
It's 50 cents
okay.
per transaction.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, 50 cents
my
per transaction, and I got
situation's slightly
$20,000 in charges. You know, do the math, right? You know, it's like,
right.
I'm doing a lot of trades, but yeah, I made a lot of money off it, so I don't give a fuck. I'm like, you know, but I asked them, I'm like, hey, can you give me something for free? And they're like, oh, we'll give you 500 trades. I'm like, bro, that's like 1% of what I paid you. Anyway, I'm headed out later, fellas. All right, Hammer.
Bye, Hammer.
Well, good luck at the doctors. Hope to see you soon. All right, so that's, you know, male balls cut off on a dog. We still call him a male. You know, what's that say about real humans? All right, so this lady. Oh God, I'm pretty sure this is a lady. There's no way. This would be the biggest like reverse trans hoax in the world if this was actually a transformer. That would be hilarious. But anyway, this person is reacting to some pretty bizarre things that people have put on the internet.
Up to over there.
You know about misgendering, but do you?
All right. What would you say this on the left is?
A very pink bed full of a lot of little stuffed animals.
Yes. And in front of that?
In front of that is a very unfortunate looking person with very large lips that I believe are
Who decided these lips were like good? Who decided that?
I think
this is like the natural-ish version of it.
Sorry, Botox is your forehead. I mean, whatever lip filler.
I think it also goes there too.
Is it? Is the same stuff? That seems a little crazy.
So, and like I think it goes all over the face. But I'm pretty sure this person is trying to look like this person and like misread the instructions.
Wait, Bobby has an answer for us. Daffig?
Is
that what it is? I see what he's saying.
The fuck? A man with daddy issues.
I was like, what?
Yes! Oh my God! Ziggy, you nailed it! Oh, I hope not, but you got it right! This is Amelia Majesty. Okay.
Well, she has an Adam's apple, so I'm just going to go with the fact that I think this is a transgender
but here's the
individual
thing. Who decided
is upset about
these
being
lips?
misgendered.
Well, we're going to hear a whole bunch of words, but yeah, misgender is the least of their concerns.
It makes her look like a fish.
Even I know it does look like something wrong. I don't know.
I just don't.
It looks like swollen, like you had an allergic reaction or something.
Bad, but
and your cheeks should not be this pronounced. I hate this crap. Like, what is this? Is this natural? I don't think so. This has to be.
That I don't. I think that's just because they use too much makeup. Shiny. I think that's just their bone structure. Because they're a man, so they have a man jaw, and they have a man cheeks that are probably also filled with something to make them, more rosy or something.
Rosy? It's not working. None of it's working. Know. Literally, nothing.
Plastic surgery
here.
Gone wrong, in my opinion. I just think at some point these surgeons are liable for look, lady or dude or whatever. You've had enough. You've already hit that point where you've had enough.
You've had enough. It's like they're cut off at the bar. I need your keys. You are not
exactly. I mean, it's not that much different. In fact, it's. I mean, the only difference really is that in this case, the one person from themselves as opposed to a drunk driver who could also injure. Who knows?
I mean, this person.
It's
a
very similar kind of level of responsibility. In my opinion,
it's very close. Yes.
If this person came to you and you were the doctor, I want you to give surgery on my face, it'd be like, first watch this documentary about Michael Jackson.
First, let's go. No, they want the money. This is big money, baby. They can pay all kind of.
That's what's wrong.
And how does this person come up with that kind of cash? How do all these insane people that are broke as fuck get all this money for plastic surgery?
OnlyFans.
I think they go to fucking Mexico and they pay the cheap guy, and that's why it ends up like this.
Only fools is what they call it on the YouTubes. Only fools.
Well,
other than that, I don't know. They beg for it on the internet.
Oh my god!
Or the government used to pay for this kind of stuff.
You think people
too.
just? Oh man, maybe someone paid to have this person mutilate themselves. I don't know. But okay, I think we got into the weeds a little bit. They're gonna let us know about misgendering and that this isn't even the worst thing. In fact, there's worser things.
Geez, maybe they just go into massive debt.
Oh man!
They get a loan.
I never thought of that. Oh my god! I never even considered that. But I think you're right.
Are fast cash type loans. So if you get enough of them quick enough, all at the same time, and they don't know what
tell
you're
each
doing, you have the money to do it. You just good luck paying it back. But
or parents' money,
different person, right?
Yeah.
By then you'll be a totally different person. You'll be a supermodel because you'll be so beautiful. Right?
Oh yeah,
after your
worked
Botox,
out so good. After you got fish
marry
lips.
a billionaire who thinks you're the princess that you wish you were, and everything.
I mean, I guess if you could find that specific millionaire or billionaire who wants this specific thing with a wiener,
I don't think so. I mean, I think that if there was such a billionaire out there, they have a lot to pick from these days. It's not.
There's
options.
Not this one might not be the best option.
And if not, they could probably get someone to do it for them for billions of dollars.
I'm like, all right, you need to turn into this, and I'll pay.
Let me tell you.
They're like, all right, how long I gotta be like that for?
I was actually thinking about what I would do with $1 billion because
I'll be like, sure,
the Powerball, and I'm like. I actually don't know. I mean, I'd have to give a lot of it away because.
Well, I'm right here, buddy.
I'd have way too much money, but it's also not
okay. So you've officially admitted to me that you need help, and if you do win the Powerball, you need to talk to me first. If I do win the
Powerball, I need a consultant.
Me.
Okay.
You need me. And good thing that you know me already. My first choice
would be a lawyer, but okay, I'll go to you too.
Yeah, you need to come to me first, and we will figure it out.
What do I do? I want to buy an island.
Oh no! Women do this too. I know it happens. I don't know why this happens though. You're gonna buy an island, but you could. But that's the thing. I would allow you to do that, and I would advise you how to still remain wealthy while doing. See, that's the difference. I would enable you to do all the crazy things that you want, but still keep all your fucking money. Everyone else would fucking rob you fucking blind, dude.
It's my dream.
All right. I don't know how this news got so fucking just off the rails today, but I think that demon that came in earlier cursed us. All right.
It's because we have so much news to get through. That's why.
I know. We had extra news today. We started early. We skipped the games, and now we're late. What the hell? All right.
You talk. I'm going to grab a drink.
Reset. All right. All right. Whew. Shake it off. All right. One more time.
All those pesky trends, they're everywhere.
All right. We are back in the right mood and mindset. All right. This person is about to tell us all about misgendering and why it's not even the worst thing that people do.
You know about malgendering and degendering?
Oh my God. Did you know? In fact, these are worse because they're intentional. Okay.
There's sneaky ways to hurt trans people. Some do it by...
They're sneaky... And are you saying... Oh my God. And it's not even that sneaky, frankly.
It's necessary to be sneaky.
I know. I think a lot of people aren't even thinking about it. They will just look right in your face and be like, sir, you are ugly. Walk away.
by accident, while others weaponize them because they're so sneaky, like microaggressions.
They're so sneaky, like microaggressions. I don't know. I'm pretty sure one of these days the trans section is probably gonna fucking kill me. Like, I am not gonna come out of it the same person. It might have already happened, to be honest.
Gendering is when you avoid someone's pronouns by using...
See, this is why people just call you a man and keep it pushing. Deuces, okay, you're just a man. I mean, what are we talking about?
I would have guessed Gen Z would have killed you,
What
to be
is
honest.
this? And what's the purpose? No one cares. Like, oh my God. See, this is how I know it's just no hope for this community. I'm sorry. As far as like political representation, it's like, what in the 2014 do you think this is that people give a shit about even misgendering, but now you want to take them to 2 levels deeper?
Tired of it.
I know.
Tired of stepping over little eggshells.
Oh my God.
This is the victim. They need a new level of victim. They tapped out their victim already, and they're like, shit. We need to be there needs to be a new level.
What the fuck? Wait, malgendering?
Yeah,
like
and
malicious gendering? Like,
yeah, like intentionally misgendering. I'm assuming is that.
Okay, I got it.
And this is like maybe like.
What's the difference between that and degendering?
If I had to guess, it would be like, you know, this is a man, but you're gonna be like, oh, like not only are you a man, but you're like a weak beta man, like taking it to like the next level of like insult of gender or something. That would be like my assumption. Come here, man! Yeah, I know. These trans people are gonna fucking do me in. I swear to God.
There is really a supply and demand for bullshit. There's a supply and demand for just inventing new concepts and new reasons why you're a victim. I mean, and considering for you to be so unaware, person, of the fatigue that people have towards the entire concept of misgendering and walking on thin.
I know. Everyone's tired of it, and you want to like escalate it. Like, you should be cooling it down and waiting for an opportunity, if anything, if not just letting it die, to be honest. But that's what I want. But if you were going to be strategic about this, you would let it simmer down for a second and wait for a reason to like kind of refuel some momentum. Like, don't just keep hitting people when they're like, I don't want to hear it.
eyes and walking on eggshells around people, not knowing what words is going to offend people. For you to be so unaware of that going on culturally right now, for you to be like, let me make it more annoying. Let me make it even more treacherous for you.
That's true. They don't want it to pass, but it's like in the long term, this is either going to end it early because people are just going to be like, all right, we just aren't going to deal with it anymore, or it's going to escalate it. And I don't know if that's what their intention is. Like they want it to become like violent so that it can be like more attention, even like they don't realize that what violence actually means and that they are not going to win the violence. And I saw like, hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick because I think it was perfect. This fucking weirdo. Extra trans in heels, whatever. The cop's telling him something. And he slaps the keys out of the cop's hands. Or whatever.
He's wearing high heels and a military hat. And he just got his...
That could have killed him, honestly, because he definitely hit his head.
Yeah,
well, holy crap!
Look like a soft floor.
But what an idiot! You don't go and slap the police officer. What the fuck you think's gonna happen? But this is what's gonna happen when these idiots escalate it to violence. They're gonna be all like, "Ugh, slappy, slappy," and then the real men are gonna come over and be like,
"Punchy, punchy." Right.
Yeah, I like, excuse me. I'm actually a man still, and this is not. This bullshit is not gonna fucking fly.
Po-po. It's like this, you know.
Yeah, but that's what is gonna happen. The men, and meaning the authority, meaning the police, the military, the men.
I would expect a similar outcome from a normal dude, but the cop.
And that's what I'm saying. They want to try and escalate this into like, okay, the next level is violence. I don't know.
That's assault. They assaulted an officer. He assaulted him back, stopping him from assaulting.
It's not even assault. He just said, I said, you come over here. Like, you didn't do it. Okay, I'm going to make you come over here now.
Right.
I don't know. Jesus, man. Like,
and this was a short clip. We didn't see how long he was trying to perhaps deal with this person.
But you can see it was clipped down, though. There was
how
more
much
to
patience
it.
does another human being have? I think this
and
other
you
person
slapped
found out
the shit out of his hand.
Not as much
like
as
at the
they
end
thought,
of the day.
so.
Yeah, exactly. What, you thought that was going to end good for you? You were just going to walk away?
Right.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Plus, he wasn't even alone. He had his buddy there. It's not like they were going to let you go. I mean,
yeah, I don't know, man. So anyway, I just thought that was funny. Now, this is kind of the last lighthearted thing before we get into more serious trans news.
Yay.
But this is
I like the lighthearted stuff best.
Transgender athlete responds to national scrutiny. Oh, this shit just drives me crazy.
School transgender athlete who's been at the center of a national debate back in the spotlight tonight. AB Hernandez won 3 medals at the state track and field championships last spring, and now she's playing on the girls' volleyball team. Now, several schools have actually forfeited games this season rather than play Harupa Valley.
Well, tonight, AB and her mother spoke to us about her journey, and K-County's reporter Nicole Comstock joins us live now with the pressure Hernandez has faced and what drives her. Nicole?
Well, AB and her mom tell me they just really feel misunderstood and that it's hard for them to watch people across the country getting into this very public debate about who they think they are and why they think they're doing what they're doing and what it really means for AB to be competing with the girls. So tonight, they're sharing their experience for themselves. Tonight at Harupa Valley High School, everyone's hyped for the Jaguars to play the Tigers. And for one mom and her daughter in particular, seeing these two teams come together to make this varsity volleyball match happen is a sigh of relief.
I'm grateful, thankful. As a mom, it means a lot. Those girls mean a lot because I know it helps AB get through these hard times.
Nareda is AB Hernandez's mom. She's watched her transgender daughter attract national attention for playing on girls' sports teams and winning several medals at state track and field championships. Critics have argued her biology gives her an unfair competitive advantage, some even coming to protest her presence at sporting events.
Having to deal with the cruelty, you know, it's hurtful.
Having to deal with the cruelty is hurtful.
Someone should lock this parent up.
And what's worse is we find out a little more about this person, this parent specifically, and somehow they were normal and got fucking their brain twisted along the way. And this is what drives me crazy too. And you're talking about cruelty. What about all the people that are playing against this person? And frankly, like, thank God this person is not like a beast. Like, they're clearly a little wimpy piece of crap. But like a man trying to spike a volleyball at a woman could do some damage. Like,
it could really hurt her. Oh my
like
gosh.
the track and field shit where you're just like doing your own thing, whatever. But yeah, when you're like competing in that way, like
get out of the way fast enough.
Yeah, I don't know. All of that just is not cool. Anything where
I was
like,
too short to ever be a fan of volleyball, so. And I still am too short.
Volleyball teams even forfeited matches rather than play against her.
That hasn't changed no matter how I identify it, as much as I identify as a tall person.
It's just, it wasn't normal. You know, I was raised Catholic. My parents were really strict with me. I have nothing but brothers, you know, so we're very, like in our house, like my parents' household, it was always very like machista, like very machista. So it was just like, oh my gosh, like, what is this?
She found out from other parents, she says, when AB started identifying as a girl on campus back in junior high, and even went to the school herself to ask why they were allowing that without her knowledge. But she says eventually she had a change of heart.
Shoot, you know, they're protecting the kids because of parents like me that we don't understand, and we just.
Oh my God. So apparently the kid was like presenting as a girl or whatever at school. The school like didn't tell the parent. Parent eventually finds out and says, why didn't you tell me? And then eventually has some sort of revelation along. This is the part that I cannot at all grok. And then says, oh, well, the school was in the right for not telling me because I didn't appreciate it or like accept it or whatever. And
I'm sorry, but the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, it was almost like, okay, they went into school, they came.
Exactly.
I totally support my child's transgenderism, and I think the school is wonderful for not giving me any say or voice in my child's decision that will completely change their life.
Completely ruin their life. oh my God.
This is why my buddy who does have children, he homeschools his girls, and I think he's like the smartest dad for doing that. Granted, he can, but jeez.
This is nutty. Yep, Bobby. This lady definitely had some sort of mental collapse along the way, and now she's just like, oh, I need to support my child and his desire to play because apparently that makes the child feel good to be playing sports with girls, and it like is a good thing for them. No. And it's not fair to any of the other girls on any of the other teams who don't have a say in dealing with this bullshit. It's like not. Why even have different teams then? Why not just let them all play together if there's no difference? Why do we have different teams?
Yeah, just have co-ed everything, and
yeah, just let it all be co-ed, and whoever makes the cut makes the cut.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Oh man, this kind of stuff, like, it slows me down. It makes me like I try and like process it because I want to like understand how does like the world. How can the world possibly like be supportive of any of this stuff? And I'm like, it just hurts, and it makes. I don't know. It like makes me dumber, I think. All right, lefties losing it. Now this gets into the more serious stuff as we transition.
Is this your lady?
This is one of them. I think
this one's the married one though, so you have to figure out how to
I don't
get her.
know. I don't know. If
unmarried?
I'm not sure. We haven't investigated her yet.
Okay. I can't remember which one is the one you originally said.
You think you do, but you don't. So let me again demonstrate why. After the sickening Minnesota shooting where a trans-identified monster shot multiple children, killing 2 and injuring dozens more, The media were not only eager to downplay the killer's trans identity.
This is happening a lot.
What he expressed in his manifesto, the confession about why he committed this horrific act, but they were also very mindful of respecting this child-killing monster's preferred pronouns. Here is Jake Tapper.
There's been some confusion about what the shooter's name was.
Yes.
Robin Westman's mother applied to change her child's name in 2019. It was at one point Robert Paul Westman.
Correct.
But since she identifies as a female and wants her name to reflect that identification, was underage, it's now Robin Westman.
No, Jake, it was not a she, never was, never will be. It was a child-killing man. Here is ABC.
I don't know what the need to like go
This
out of
the
your way to
Minneapolis
clarify
one?
that. This is the first one, which Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. Okay.
Yeah,
I forgot there's two.
And
recently,
but like, why do you need to like go out of your way to like to clarify this person preferred to be called Robin and is a transgendered woman or whatever? Like, why is that? First off, why is that even relevant in any way, shape, or form? But the story is this person went and shot up a church filled with school kids and murdered 2 of them and shot a bunch more. Why do we care what their preferred pronouns are? Why do we care? Why do we care?
I don't.
And why do we care enough to like go out of our way to like clarify? Like none of that makes any sense. Like why? Who are you virtue signaling? Murderers? Like trans psychopaths that want to kill children? You make them feel better? I don't know.
Bobby says it's because they want to keep their agenda going.
And obediently observing this murdering bastard's
That makes
preferred
sense.
pronouns.
They're doubling down.
The minor child, quote, identifies as a female and wants her name to reflect that.
Indeed, the list of TV hosts and media outlets playing this game was lengthy. Here is Andrew McCabe on CNN again, taking a break from...
Even if it is like your agenda and you want to keep it going, why would you attach it to a murderer psychopath?
Because it's all they got.
I know, you don't have anything else? Like, yeah, great, everyone's talking about it, but it's like, sometimes, maybe in a very small number of cases, all news is not good news. Like, why would you want to bring more... And we'll see, actually, it's backfires on the next thing that we look at. But yeah, it gives more publicity. But how is it not instantly, like, just tied to bad shit? Like, you're furthering your agenda into the toilet. Which, do it. Like, great. But I'm just saying, if you actually wanted to be productive with it, what the fuck are you thinking?
Note that the killer's mother is grieving for her daughter.
For the mother to not even return to the state to answer law enforcement questions, to try to provide some assistance. I'm sure she's grieving for her daughter.
And here is PBS, the taxpayer-funded PBS, cutting off a Democrat politician, Amy Klobuchar, who used accurate pronouns to describe this mass shooter. The host then corrected the senator.
Of course, the hate, you're going to find that this perpetrator, that this horrific offender, that it was all-purpose hate, right? He hated a lot of different groups. It wasn't one ideology or another.
We're going to have to leave it there. That is Senator Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you for thinking of us. Thank you.
And just a point of clarification, Senator Klobuchar referenced the shooter as he, although police have identified a suspect. It's still unclear at this time what that person's gender is or how they identify.
Oh, fuck. Who cares how they identify?
Oh, my God. And the person's dead. Like...
NPR.
And
NPR
so they had the senator on. The senator said like some serious like shit, and then they're like, "Oh, we can't have any." They're like, "Cut her off." After they were gone, they corrected that person, so they couldn't even backfire and be like, "Fuck you." No, it's a dude. And the person's dead, so to be like, "Oh, we don't know the person's gender or how they preferred to be identified." Yeah, we do know their gender. They have a wiener. It was a man. Killed a
We
bunch
looked in
of
the pants.
kids.
They have a junk to certify he's a dude.
Yep. I don't know what else to tell you. This is a boy, killed a bunch of children. Great. This person was mentally ill and trans, and if those two happen to be related, that's to be determined. But this is the kind of shit that's just like, what? Who are you catering to? Like, who is like the person that's like, oh yeah, I now support trans people more or whatever? Like, are you kidding? That would piss me off if that was me she was correcting. Yeah. And I think people like would go ballistic. Like if you tried to correct me, I'd be like, no, dude, like I would probably freak out actually, but that's me. But no, like I said what I meant, you know what I'm saying? Like a dude, you're a dude. I don't know. Now, this is why I'm saying I think it could have backfired, right? Because, okay, you want to keep pushing your agenda and drawing attention to, oh, trans people. Okay, well, now apparently the DOJ is exploring ways to prohibit transgender Americans from owning guns. Did that work out well for you?
Ways to prevent transgender people from buying guns, according to multiple reports. The news comes 1 week after the deadly school shooting in Minneapolis. The suspect in that shooting was transgender. Justice Department officials are reportedly considering a range of options, but banning an entire group of Americans from purchasing a gun could be difficult to implement or even illegal. To help us understand what's possible, and we're going to be now joined by constitutional law expert Robert McWhirter. And Robert, let's start out right now what you thought about this news.
Well, it's a little shocking, and actually any gun owner should be very afraid. The National Rifle Association should be up in arms about this proposal. Look, if you're going to say that a diagnosis of gender dysmorphia, which is part of the foundation of transgender, is a basis to take away guns, well, why not somebody who's clinically depressed? Do they all get their guns taken away? What about somebody who just has a neuroses about, I don't know, whatever, and all of a sudden you're making a justification to take away their Second Amendment right to bear arms? And this is the thinnest of bases which to do it. Transgender people are usually 4 times more likely to be victims of crimes rather than perpetrators of crimes. And the people who have committed mass shootings.
I know, I don't know. It's like, I'm actually kind of surprised, but this is Fox, and
yeah.
So this guy's trying to say like, okay, well, what other
he's not wrong. Like
targeting
a group like that is wrong, and it isn't the right way to go about it. But if you're saying, well, they're mentally ill, and we have a rule against mentally ill people owning weapons, well, he's not wrong. So
exactly.
Okay.
But
you know, it's about perspective.
Exactly. The mentally ill thing, though, is court ruled. So like on an individual basis. Now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So this would have to be like, I mean, honestly, I don't know. Maybe
so just because you're running down the street with it, well, then that's probably okay too, because at least the individual rights are being protected, because this is still America. Well, I think that is still very important. But
I think what they should do, I just realized they should say, okay, we will officially, if you go to the court and declare yourself as trans, we will officially record that and reflect it into your record. However, it will also be considered as a mental illness. I think most of them would still sign up for it.
My guess is that it's a matter of time, because a lot of people will start using the transgender thing as a reason that they were insane and not culpable of crimes in courts.
Exactly.
So it'll go through law, and eventually
eventually it'll get ruled as a mental
so they can get out of getting real punishment. And if you are using this as an excuse for being, if transgenderism now equals mental illness for you to get off for doing what you did, that's fine, but it also is a good reason to deny people for having weapons, right?
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
So it's eventually
they never think
lose.
through anything. They never think of the consequences.
Because they are not
thinking
through, and they don't think about ahead of time and like 10 years down the road at all. So yeah, it's just about me and now. So yeah.
It's crazy.
Unfortunately, a lot of people will have to die before that. comes to happen.
And now they're trying to say,
the
oh,
United
they're more
States is
likely
great,
to be.
And I think the systems do work. They take time to work. That's part of the resilience.
Yeah.
But it's also one of the downsides. It takes time for things to change in this country.
Yeah. Well, when it finally does, hopefully.
But it can be changed.
But here's the other
also
thing.
very important.
They're claiming, oh, they're more likely to be victims than perpetrators. But I feel like, first off, I don't believe that, number one. But number two, I feel like a lot of crimes, quote unquote, against trans people are because they instigated some shit. Like,
a lot of them are kind of like causing trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, they go out of their way to try and like get into problems. So yeah, you could say they're more likely, but they're also more likely to agitate a problem into existence to begin with. So yeah, they are more likely to be the victim. I guess you could say that. But what if we viewed it in terms of
insist on stuff?
Right.
You can't
What if we
insist on stuff from another person.
Random violence versus like, oh, you fucking constantly antagonized the shit out of me until I punched you in the face. Or you spit in my face and then I drilled you into the ground and broke your jaw. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, are you the victim really? Trans people are bullies. We found that out, last week or something? We did a whole segment on it. They're the bullies, actually. They're the most likely to be the bullies.
Yeah. They start a problem.
Exactly, and then it becomes a hate crime because they started it. Exactly. That's the country that we devolved into, and now we're coming back out of it, and they don't like it. Well, guess what? We didn't like it the other way.
Have been overwhelmingly heterosexual men who are called cisgender, but let's just say heterosexual men. So to say that you're going to, kind of go after transgender people, frankly, I just think this is an attempt to create a narrative about the school shooting and the tragedy that occurred with the kids in mass, and to try to take this focus as how this has something to do with the culture wars, other than the fact that we don't have gun laws that keep guns out of the hands of people who are dangerous.
And Robert, I mean, just how would this even work for like gun owners in the stores? I mean, how would they be able to?
I mean, they're saying, how would this work? Okay. When you buy a gun, you fill out this form 4473, which goes into a background check, and it checks for, have you ever been involuntarily committed to an institution, or has the court ever declared you as mentally defective, which is a hilarious term. If either of those are true, you can't have a gun, and you have to also declare if you use drugs or other things, right? So that could simply be a fucking checkbox. Are you transgender? And if you check yes, you don't get a gun. Just like if you check yes to you are a heroin addict, you don't get a gun. Like, oh, how would we implement it? How would we know if they're a heroin addict? Ask them. Put a checkbox on the form. If they don't check the box, then they're not trans. If they try and say they're trans and they didn't check the box, they're not trans. If they check the box, they don't get a gun, but they can be trans. I don't know. Why is this so complicated? Why is this so complicated? Then they get them illegally or from their parents safe. Exactly. They're going to get it. If it's someone who wants to commit a crime, they're going to get the gun anyway. All right. So that's a whole different discussion. But we should also be just preventing people who are like maybe opportunistically like, oh, I have the capability to go buy a gun, because this person did not steal his gun. He legally purchased the gun. But if someone had looked at him and been like, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have a gun. Or just ask them, like, hey, are you planning to kill people with this? And if he couldn't look you in the face and say, no, that's crazy, you don't give it to him. You know what I'm saying?
They give you the Gen Z stare. Well, give it to them.
I know. Like, yeah, you give me a Gen Z stare, you don't get shit. Oh, God. All right. I found these people were just kind of crazy. So I had to include this before the last piece of trans news. But I honestly can't tell if this guy's trolling or if he's serious. I can't tell. I hope you can help me clarify this. Chat, this is very important. Pay attention. Is this trolling or is this real? I think the other guy's real. I can't tell on this guy, though.
It's where we discuss Gen Z stuff and young people stuff and scissoring and transsexuals and
scissoring.
All right, so young people stuff. You're not that young, dude. You're like, I'm going to assume you're my age, and that's not that young.
Looks like he's well into his 40s.
Oh, you think he's in his 40s? Okay, well then I'm younger than you, bitch. You think he's in his 40s? I thought he was maybe in his 30s.
But he dyes his hair. I mean, his hair is clearly dyed.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's too dark for his age to be that dark and not be dyed.
Okay.
I
So
could
there
be
might be
wrong. I
something
could be
more
wrong.
going on here.
Right.
I don't know. I'm kind of bad at identifying, I guess, but
I'm good. I'm bad at age too. So,
but just from this opening, I'm like, this guy's.
Most people.
To
think
me,
I'm
he's
younger
in the
than I am.
trolling bucket, kind of right now, because he said young people stuff, Gen Z stuff, scissoring, and something else, and it's like, okay, how are you going to talk about young people stuff? Because I feel like
Yeah,
you're
I thought
not young
scissoring
people
was a lesbian thing too.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm assuming we're all in the same page, and he just that's in because it's trans.
I thought he was. I
news
think he was
stuff,
just lumping
maybe,
things
like
together.
LGBT stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the flamingo suggests
So
he's
that's where
into
we're
these
gonna
things.
start today. Cameron, we've news from our Justice Department that I think is of interest to both of us.
They have the same shirt.
Are these both trans people? Oh wait, is this a girl actually on the right? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's a dude.
I don't think so. Looks like a dude.
So I don't know
Just
why he
skinny.
said this is like important to them because it's maybe because they cover trans news. I don't know. Like
find
I
out.
don't know why
Well,
it's
maybe-
important. Are they trans? I
maybe
don't
just-
think so. Is that
maybe it is a trans person?
I don't think that's a chick, and I don't think that's a dude. Or I think these are both males. Let's put it that way.
That's
Broken by the
my
really
understanding,
real
too.
Daily Wire. We are kind of in the Men in Black situation where you get the real news from the tabloids. They have this. The Justice Department is.
And even that, I'm like, okay, are we in a troll zone or is this serious? Because what is he talking about? Getting the real news from Men in Black, yeah, real news in tabloids, got it. But like, what is this only in the tabloids?
Well, I mean, that's
Like, what are
kind
you
of
talking
true.
about?
I mean, I don't really get my.
It was
news.
just on Fox. Fox was talking
Mainstream.
about it.
Or
Like, I don't
Fox,
understand. What are
to
you
be
talking
honest.
about? This is in the tabloids. Like, it was just on Fox.
No, Fox is not the
deliberating banning guns for transgenders. That's how the White House correspondent for the Daily Caller wrote it.
You can't use the word people. Using the word people is woke. You can't call them people.
You have to call them transgenders. As part of a range of options blocking mentally unstable individuals for committing.
And even that, like, headlines do all kind of weird stuff when they, like, I don't know, when they chop up a headline, the words sometimes are kind of like, okay. So I don't know.
you
They're
have to stop
literally
and reread
looking.
it a couple times to understand what.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of really grasping. I'm like, come on. You're looking for something to be upset about with that one. Like, okay, trans
That's
people.
common.
Okay, maybe people didn't even fit. Like, and they just said trans. Like, people know what.
Because
trans
people
what? Like, of
who
course, we're talking
identify
about
as
people.
Other genders is long, and they need short because it's a title.
Yeah, trans,
Get
4
attention.
letters. Trans people,
Right.
transgender people. That's a lot more letters.
Right. That's longer. Transgen, that's, yeah. Could get away with that, maybe.
Because then you're like, what?
It is
Gen Z
little.
or something like.
Right.
and
Then
what?
it's
Is
like.
that, is that a new name of
right.
a generation?
Good point.
The transgen?
Good point. I also don't write titles for newspapers and stuff.
That would be the worst. The
Or
whole
news
generation. Maybe
articles.
that's what Gen Z should be renamed to. The
Newspapers. Who reads a
transgen.
newspaper anymore?
Transmission people. Yes. I'm sure that's what people were confusing that with. Yes.
I think
the
if you just say
transmission
HGTV people
will be very upset being known as trans people going for. I think. Did people who worked on transmissions used to be called trans people? Like, I got a trans
My
guy.
trans guy. Yeah,
like, yeah, I
maybe.
got.
My tranny friend. My buddies. He's tranny.
Oh
loves
no!
doing
And then what
trans.
if it stuck and people kept
Does
calling
all
you
the
trans, and
trans.
like new people you met didn't understand what that meant? And they're like, oh, I thought you were one of those weirdos, but you work on cars. Got it. Yeah, I could see that happening. The mechanic would get. I'd be like, don't ever call me that. No.
Acts of violence. It goes on. We have more information from them. The Daily Wire. A senior DOJ official discussing the matter said, quote, "We are not playing semantics with words like dysphoria. We are talking about trannies, and we don't think they should have guns." I have so many thoughts about this, but, you get to go first.
Federal law requires a judge declare somebody, quote, mentally defective before being stripped of their right to own firearms. But Republicans in this situation are saying, we used to draw the line at any sort of gun rights being infringed, but now what we are going to do is go after trans people. And this should be no surprise to anybody because going after trans people is one of the key parts of the Republican playbook.
Did they all get together and decide this?
That was a long pause. I thought something was wrong with my audio. I was like, oh, what's wrong? He's not saying it.
Did they get together and decide this?
I think they probably talked beforehand, yes.
Willow was just in the room and was like, all right, we all know every story needs a scapegoat. And it has to be the trans people. And the rich people just are the worst. How did it... Dude, that was the first week we ever did anything, and it shows up like weeks later. It just keeps showing up everywhere. Everybody like, everybody loves to blame trans people.
I've just dropped dead.
Yes, my brain hurts. Honestly, like literally.
Stopped.
It's just gonna fucking just.
The scream was so loud that his voice monitor just shut it out. His voice gate.
I think it came through to the stream though. I think Discord filtered it out if you didn't hear it.
I didn't.
Oh my god, yeah, I have to calm down a second. Hold on, I need a water. Let me just real quick get a water.
Okay, I didn't hear it at all. I heard a long silence.
Trans folks walking
died. I wasn't sure which. Either his head exploded.
They're indiscreet. Blame it all on rainbow hair.
The sacrifices he makes for your entertainment. Let it be known.
Trans, they're everywhere. Stealing rights that weren't even there. Rich folks point and cry in fear. Look at them, not our offshore shares.
Oh god. All right.
You okay?
I got some water in me.
You okay? Hurt me.
Ziggy. Oh my god, Bobby. I know. I almost threw out a warning, but I couldn't. I tried, but it just like my brain erupted and it came out of my mouth and like it just was not good. Everything just went bad for a second. Hold on. I got, what is this? King Louis the 13th premium infused pre-rolls. And I'm going to say cheers to the freaking weekend. Thank you, Ziggy, for being back in the pool. We missed you, buddy. Double dip on them dabs. Make a big fat dab smoke for me as your brain dissolves like mine with all this trans news. Oh my god. But I do think trans news is going to probably be why I die one day. So it'll be like, I fully give you permission to monetize it if it happens. Just like send some of the proceeds to my family.
Well,
I'll cheers with a Marlboro.
Killed my friend.
Yeah,
Live.
exactly. You can say
Live on
trans
Twitch.
people killed your friend, and it would be true. Is the special select do they have weed ones now? I
Excuse
don't
me.
think so. What's a special select? Let's see. Marlboro special select. Uh-oh. What's so special about it? Premium, smoother, and carefully selected blend of tobaccos, plural. Nice.
Marlboro.
All right. Well, a red that doesn't hurt so much. Well, all right. Cheers to the freaking weekend. Let's get back into this.
I smoke natural American spirits.
So well, the thing about
Is it
American
additive
spirits
free?
that's nice is additive free, but you can also roll it just right into papers and have like no filter, no like any bullshit in it. It's just easy.
I do. I smoke the filtered kind.
But do they put
And
anything?
I've cut
I mean, it's
back
just a
quite a
tip
bit.
though, right? It's just a tip. It's no weird stuff. Like a lot of the times, like they got weird stuff in those cigarettes.
Oh no. There's it's just the cotton filters.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, it's advertised as being additive tobacco. Just nothing else. Nothing crazy in the paper either.
Yeah, don't let them confuse it with the transmission people. Do not let them take the heat for this. All right,
Yeah,
so I'm still trying to
transmission
determine
people take the blame
this
for that.
guy on the left. I feel
They
like
do a
it's
service
like
that have value.
Oh, I wonder if he's doing what we're doing. Like it's like half trolly, half serious. Maybe that's what he's doing.
I'm not sure, but he's presenting it as kind of a serious way. Really not. So I'm kind of thinking that they're being trolly. Like I think they're trans sympathizers. That's what I'm going to call them. Trans sympathizers.
But there goes.
That's at least that's my impression so far. Could be wrong. They could flip it on me. They've done it to us before.
They have.
There was that one lady who was talking about. I'm like, she's like woke, and then I'm like, wait, she was being sarcastic, and it totally surprised me. I was like, oh my gosh.
I know. I
I
know.
misread her completely.
They say the serious stuff as sarcasm.
Yeah, and that's why it gets confusing sometimes. They're like, what they say makes so much sense. Say something else, it doesn't make sense. And I'm like, wait.
Yeah, exactly. And then the next thing they say makes no sense.
But what you're trying to actually say doesn't make any sense.
I
don't
know.
understand.
It's consistently like that, though. I don't like it.
It's like we're talking in a
It's important
different
that we not try
language
too
or
hard
something.
to call out the hypocrisy, because hypocrisy is the only thing these people deal in anymore. But that doesn't make it any less insane. They talk about how being trans is a mental disorder, and they love to cite stats about how many trans people deal with mental health issues. They talk about how gender dysphoria is considered to be a mental illness in this country by the American Psychiatric Association. Here's the thing. You want to know why a lot of trans people deal with mental health issues? Because people like you make being trans in this country a fucking nightmare. That's why trans people are constantly dealing with the same thing. Is there's trans people who deal with gender euphoria, and when they
All right. Before he goes into gender euphoria, he's trying to say trans people are all anxious because we make them anxious. No. No. If you go out of your way to be the most literally annoying people that have ever existed in the universe of people, and then you wonder why no one likes you.
No, it's not just that they're like a dude who wants to like dress up like a woman or vice versa, right? It's like it's got to be in our faces. We have to change our language structure to accommodate their like. And there's such a small percentage of the population. Like they even
And we
wanted
have
their
to
own
allow
bathroom at
boys
some
to
point,
destroy
like-
girls in sports, and you have to let creepy old fat dudes into women's restrooms where they're gonna be
'cause they
like
wear a
doing
wig
weird
and
shit.
identify as right. So okay, It's fine. I'm sure you have no other reasons.
And yeah, exactly. I'm sure there's no other reason. Oh my
of course
God.
I like touching the girls because I feel like a girl and I want to feel more like a girl, so I feel too.
I know. I want to feel a lot of things too.
That's legit, right?
They become
Let's
themselves.
Let's go with that. Yeah.
They are so terribly happy. I know one of these people, my best friend from college, was somebody who was struggling with identity and dealt with something like gender dysphoria. But that's largely because in this country, being trans is such a fucking terrifying thing that, of course, if somebody feels as though they were born in the wrong body, they're going to deal with mental health issues because they're stepping into a fucking human nightmare because of people.
He looks like Dean Winchester. I like it. It's like kind of like Dean if he had like
He does a little.
face.
A little bit.
And this person's talking about gender euphoria where they get to be who they think they are and they get to feel so happy about it. But usually I feel like that happens when they let you into the girls' spaces. That's when you start feeling euphoria. Oh, something changed. Do you also get a boner every time? Like, you know what changed? Yeah, I think anyone in that situation would be euphoria also. Fucking retards.
People like the Republicans, but I'll let you do your thing.
Yeah, I don't. I'm with you on all of that. Trans euphoria. That's a good line.
Then it's not just a line. That's like a real thing that they call it. It's
I know,
gender
I appreciate
euphoria.
it. It's a good. I didn't mean like line. I mean it's a good frame. It's a good way to think about it. But this is going to seem a little kind of trolly, and I don't really intend it to be because I'm kind of half serious about it. And that is like I kind of hope they try this. Because it really, it's not the hypocrisy, Cam. It makes the entire argument crumble. Like if the premise of the argument that they have is that we need.
Wait a minute, Bobby. Are you saying every young person? Do you work with trans people exclusively? Do you literally work in hell? I need details. I need to understand more what you're saying here.
All of them I work with every day. Yeah, give us more details there, Bobby.
Need good people with guns.
I can understand the other comment, though, that they don't look past their tunnel vision because they refuse to see things how they actually are. So that just fits.
And it requires such gymnast, but I think that's why they're violent, because when your reality is like questioned or like stops making sense, I could see someone getting violent. Like, things don't make sense anymore. And the thing that's like breaking your reality, you don't want that in, it's like making things not make sense, right? Like you want to remove that. And if that means violence, then that means violence. You know what I mean? Oh, half?
It's a lot.
Well, how?
I don't know what Bobby does.
I'm pretty sure. I think he's in like mental health.
Can I ask what you do, Bobby? Are you like a psychologist?
Oh, what if he's like a psych ward, like security or something?
RN. That would also be.
But do you like go to people's place, or like where do you work that has so many trans people? And if trans are such a minority,
hospital setting,
why are they all? Why is the hospital like half trans people?
That's a lot. 50%.
I know. If they're supposedly such a minority, why are they so concentrated in like
behavioral health facilities? So yeah, he works at what we used to call institutions. He had other names.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Back in my day.
Why are so many of them like that? Is that? I'm assuming that's a recent thing. Like, did it ramp up, or was it like overnight, or like how did it get that high? And now I'm like, what's going on here?
He has a lot of knowledge about this subject.
Oh my God. So you I think maybe you work on like the doorway to hell. Is there like a giant doorway that says abandon all hope somewhere?
Ye who enter here.
Yeah, like it like the other halves broke off somewhere. It just says just abandon hope. Oh my God, Bobby! Does that help them somehow to like pretend, or is it like I don't know? Is it they just get like attention?
Well, he says they get angry when they don't recognize their delusions.
Hmm.
Well,
yeah, that sounds pretty attention grabby. Uh-oh, that sounds like it needs this.
Half his patients are playing that role, is what he said. Which suggests that they don't really believe it. They're just doing it for attention. Or because they choose that route, other people therefore validate delusions. And if they validate all delusions, right? Because that's how delusions work, I think. I don't know for sure.
Oh, if you acknowledge one, you have to acknowledge them all.
Well, yeah, I mean, doesn't that make sense? If you're delusional, would that be logical? Like, if you think I'm pretty, therefore, everything else that I think about myself must also be. Because I think I'm pretty.
I see.
Right?
Yes, I do think well, I mean, sometimes their logic surprises me, to be honest.
Totally guessing. I just... I don't know.
More guns in the society.
I'm not an RN, much less a psychologist or anything like that. So,
a culture.
And, my way of dealing with these people generally them all together.
Yeah. Just
staying.
I think it's better
in my
to
own
avoid
areas.
it. Yeah.
I basically leave. People
I luckily
alone.
don't have. I don't think. I think there's been one that I've had to deal. I luckily did not directly have to deal with this person, but my partner did, and it was like somehow high up in the corporate structure at a company we needed to work with, and it was like, fuck.
Darn. It's like, man, money's involved. I have to deal with this person.
And apparently my partner like accidentally called this person a he or something, and like it became a whole thing, and it was like, oh my God, we have these to deal with. Oh my God, someone got butt hurt because someone like, just whatever isn't used to dealing with fucking insane people all day long, and just, whatever.
I'm just curious, did this happen to take place in perhaps California?
I'm not sure where the person actually was out of, but I mean, they're a national brand, so it's like, I don't know where that specific person was from.
Okay, never mind then. I was just curious.
Fucking little, hand penises that everybody needs to deal with their gender dysphoria. And then they decide, well, no, actually, there's a certain group of people we think are dangerous, and so they shouldn't have guns. The logic of that is hard to kind of put back in the jar. It's kind of hard to stop. It's like, okay, well, then shouldn't people who have domestic violence assaults not have guns also? Like, shouldn't, people that are felons or, that have had other issues also not have guns?
Well, that's the thing.
I think that's already true.
Yeah, exactly. A convicted felon cannot own a gun.
They can't vote either, if I'm not mistaken.
So, I mean, we already have stuff like this. And I don't know about any other things, but like, I don't know if like what violence actually counts as a felony or whatever. Like, I don't know any of this shit, so I'm not going to pretend, but we have stuff like this. Yes. And frankly, if you declare yourself one way or another, and you want it to be part of your documents, and you want to be like, oh, on my driver's license, I want it to reflect X, Y, and Z. Okay, well, then you're making a declarative statement that you want to be legally binding. And if it attaches other things that, having this, self-declared thing attached, you get this. Okay, well, that's what it is. Like, I don't know what to tell you. We have already, like, you're choosing to do that. Like, I don't know.
I'm kind of oh no, I understand. I'm sorry, I wasn't reading everything. He's wrote a lot.
I missed someone?
No, just the last few things that he wrote.
Shouldn't people under the age of X not have guns, right?
And it's not just administration. It's not just
makes them feel like they're part.
Did you just say under the age of X? There, you can you buy a gun as a 5-year-old? Like, I don't know. How do you make two of your 3 examples are things already can prevent you from buying a gun? Are you a fucking? That's why I can't tell if he's a troll or not. I feel like he probably knows that and just use those examples. Like,
actually, I'm surprised that I think there isn't an age limit. You have to be, I think, 18 or older to purchase a gun.
Yeah,
but you can be under 18 and own a gun. Which means somebody has to buy it for you. It just means dads can buy their sons a gun so they can go shoot squirrels in the backyard. Oh, well, not in the backyard, but, at the backfields of the farm.
You cannot own a gun under 18. Nope. Because even with that, like, you can let someone use your gun, I guess, as a parent or whatever, but I mean, that'd be like saying you can't buy the alcohol, but someone could give it to you and you can drink it. Like, no, you can't buy it. You can't own it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I honestly, I didn't know that. I thought if, like, I don't know why I thought it was younger than 18 that someone could own a weapon.
Yeah, I think it's more like, this is yours, but it's like, it's not yours technically. It's
gotcha.
Like, yeah,
it's mine. You're just the one that gets to use it when we go hunting. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not just Pam Bondi. It's like everyone, all the Republicans already came out after the shooting in Minnesota and said, this is a trans people having guns issue. And immediately when they say that, you go, well, no, because if trans people had guns, then the country would be safer, because your whole thing is that the more guns there are on the street, the more guns there are in your house, the safer a situation is. Statistics be damned.
You said that right as I drank some coffee. I'm glad my computer survived that.
Did you just spit your coffee?
I almost did. I almost had to clean up on all my monitors. That would have been the worst. Oh my God!
Number 7.
He just said if all trans people had guns, our world would be safer? No! I feel like I want to go lay in the corner right now and just not think about reality, because these people exist. I know. I'm not a Gen Z. I'm not a Gen Z. I can't do it.
Damned. So you're right to say, like, there goes the whole argument. Just again, we're not at a point where them getting exposed for being completely full of shit.
Let's do a deal.
With the way things work right now is attacking trans people is infinitely more popular than having a cogent argument. So.
Huh? Are you okay, Pav?
No.
It's number 7 and number 8. We're so close together. I think his head's gonna explode.
I can't do any more of this one. I didn't watch this far the first time.
Apparently not.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
You were not prepared for this. I don't think.
We did not do enough stretching.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, people. I don't know. I'm sorry I put this in front of you. I need to take a drink of water. I'm gonna fucking die. This is the worst. Who picked this shit?
Trans folks walking down the
Apparently your YouTube feed picked it.
rich folks say they're in
So I didn't send this one to you. I know that.
blame it all on
Most of the things I send you are about Greta, because I love things about Greta.
while they hoard their millionaire lair. Oh, those pesky trans, they're everywhere, stealing rights that weren't even there. Rich folks point and cry in fear. Look at them, not our offshore shares.
All right. We got one last trans thing. Oh shit, do we? Oh no, yeah, one. I can't handle more. We only got one left, whether I have more or not. This is the last one. I can't do any more than this.
Your heart and your brain can't handle too much more of this.
Especially.
Guns and declaring them mentally ill. Department of Justice considering a proposal to restrict transgender Americans from possessing firearms prompted by a mass shooting at a Minneapolis Catholic church by a 23-year-old trans woman with a Justice Department official stating to CNN to ensure that mentally ill individuals suffering from gender dysphoria are unable to obtain firearms while they are unstable and unwell. This move, described as preliminary by CNN, contradicts the Trump administration's Second Amendment advocacy. As Attorney General Pam Bondi wrote earlier this year, for too long, Second Amendment, which establishes the fundamental individual right of American to keep and bear arms, has been treated as a second-class right. No more, and it's a policy of this Department of Justice to use its full might to protect the Second Amendment right of its law-abiding citizens. The proposal builds on Trump's directives targeting transgender rights, including an executive order erasing federal recognition of trans people, restricting gender-affirming health care, banning trans athletes from women's sports, and forcing out thousands of trans service members, with Defense Department guidance stating the medical and surgical mental health constraints on individuals who have a current diagnosis or history of or exhibit symptoms consistent with gender dysphoria are incompatible with the high mental and physical standard necessary for military service. This is from the Independent, by the way. Vinny, your thoughts on this story?
And listen, you know me, you know how many guns I have. I'm pro Second Amendment. I'm all for it. But
all right, so I think he kind of expanded the scope of things, right? He gave us a little bit bigger picture of what's actually going on here. And I say hallelujah, honestly, because the number of like things you have to do to cater to like, oh, they need this and that, and oh, they got to have this treatment and whatever, and now, you know, and especially you got a man becoming a woman, and okay, if to me, honestly, if you can meet all the physical requirements, I don't really care. And I don't know how the military is in terms of other like chronic illness. Like if you got diabetes and you need insulin, like, I don't know, are you allowed to serve? Because it's kind of a similar thing, I guess, in some ways, if you want to acknowledge it, which I wouldn't. But if you did want to acknowledge it, okay, well, maybe there is a way to do it. I don't know.
If you're in the military and you need special medication treatments, I think that's a reason to just discharge you. So why would you
just not be in the military, like, or you can't do certain things? Like,
well, it's like diabetes. I mean, you're liable to die if you don't get your insulin. Yeah, there's times where we might not be able to get you.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
It's how the world works. In the military, you know, it's about what we got when we got it, not. And yeah, you can requisition stuff, but it doesn't always come on time. Especially not in a war zone or a combat zone. So I'm guessing.
And that's
I haven't
the
been in
thing.
the military either.
Maybe you just can't do certain things.
Common
like,
sense type
whatever.
guessing.
That's life. You can't do some people can't do some things. That's literally life.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's crazy.
I am too short to be a basketball player. That's not a good one.
I don't know. Wasn't Kobe short or? I don't know. You're too white. You're too short and white.
Well, I'm also way too white. Yeah. Too short, too white.
Yeah, you
Absolutely.
forgot that part.
I would not make it in basketball. Plus, I think basketball is like a really boring sport. It's online with tennis for me. I just think it's really boring. Back and forth boring. I think golf's more interesting than tennis. Most people think golf is boring.
I mean, I don't really like watching any of them, to be honest, but
no, watching golf is boring.
Spud Webb was 5'3". Oh, really? Well, was that back in the day when everyone was white? And then it, of course.
Yeah, when it was, not exactly about the best.
Golf. You killed Ziggy there.
They're saying they're evaluating options. These are people that it's a trend that keeps happening. Okay, it's not like we're making this up out of thin air. These same people, the transgender, non-binary, whatever, they're loaded up on SSR.
I don't have a problem with golf. Ziggy. I don't know if you're a golfer.
Okay, but the majority of the time, especially when you have a mental disorder, I don't know, something happens where they go over the edge and they just love killing, shooting innocent kids in churches and schools. It's weird, but you're not supposed to say anything because you're transphobic. You hate the LGBTQ community, which is BS. Okay, and gender dysphoria, okay, is right there in the DSM, which is the Diagnostic for Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, the book that doctors use to define mental illness. It's in there. Okay, you have a mental illness. You're sick in the head. Okay, and if you got serious stress over your identity, okay, and it's diagnosed as a disorder, that's not my opinion. It's a medical fact. All right, and And then you take someone like that, mentally disabled, gone, all right, you pump them with freaking brain-altering drugs, and then we wonder, hey, and then give them a gun, and then we go, wait a minute, what? Why would they go and shoot a bunch of kids that are praying in the church? And I love the shock factor, Pat, when people are like, how could we never saw this happening? Rob, if you could find this, they have a video of the transgender shooter that just happened. He's in a store with a ponytail looking for bullets and guns. They just released it yesterday. So even the Department of Justice is admitting and they said a pattern of violence tied to mental health and substance abuse, but they won't say the obvious. The common thread is right in front of us. All right. And this isn't about, hey, I want to keep telling people this. They always say hate, you hate. No. It's about public safety. All right. And if you're mentally unstable and you're medicated, okay, and to the point of psychosis, I don't think there should be anywhere near a firearm. This is the guy that just shot up. He looks kind of like a boy, but in the back, the hair. I mean, my hair kind of looked like that a week ago. But yeah. But look, he's just kind of
looks exactly like a boy.
Oh, he's looking for all the guns, the ammo. This is the shooter from last week. The one that shot up the.
This is the Minneapolis shooter.
The one that was in the
No
apartment.
one would say that's a girl.
He doesn't look like. Yeah, he looks completely different. Look, a place for well-being. That's definitely not the place that you're at right now, bro. But the truth has to come out. And that's the truth. I don't think. Adam, what do you think? These guys just like SSRIs, antidepressants, dealing with transgender. You don't know if you're a boy or you're a girl, and then they want to give you a gun.
Yeah. Well, we certainly have a problem in this country. I don't know if it's a gun problem. I don't know if it's a mental health problem. I don't know if it's a depression problem. I don't know if it's a drugs problem. I don't know if it's a decaying of our people problem. But at the collectivist, we have a massive problem. And it's reminiscent of exactly what Trump said when we had an Islamic terrorism problem in 2016, 2017. And then Trump said this about the Muslim ban. Do you remember this line?
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
And then he says this, we have no choice. We have no choice. No choice.
We have no choice.
No choice.
We have no choice.
I don't know what the exact laws are. Second Amendment people might agree, might disagree. There's a clear understanding that school shootings are done by trans people. Period.
A lot of them.
A lot of them.
Recently,
not even allegedly.
No, it's happening.
Literally.
Yeah.
Right? So until we
There's
figure
a
out
pattern.
what
I've
the
looked at
hell is
this.
going on.
It's not dramatic, but there is a pattern.
Clearly.
Yeah.
So until we figure out
Especially
what
in
the hell
this
is going
one.
on, people with massive mental health disorders probably shouldn't have guns.
That's on Adam. If you have one, you're not supposed to have a gun. On top of that, you're on drugs that are known to make people crazy. Not only suicidal. Listen, if you're already dealing with gender dysphoria,
you're on drugs that make people crazy.
That's a good point. If you're on like medication that affects, like, yeah. Like that, and there's like things on the boxes that say, make suicidal thoughts. You're supposed to stop taking it when you start thinking about offing yourself. So, there's some wisdom in that. I mean, if you're taking weird medications, people don't really know 100% what they're going to do to you. And there's
brain-altering medicine
affecting your brain chemistry on purpose.
This person was reading the dryer instructions on a TikTok, like reading the instructions for their dryer to their TikTok or whatever. Like they sat on their bed and were like, "All right, we're gonna read this," and they just read it.
The instructions for using their dryer on.
Yeah, like they did it might have been a YouTube or something, like I don't know. But they did a video just where they read the directions for their dryer.
I hope instead of having a society pat them on the back and say, you go live your truth, help these people. Find out what the hell is going on in here. What happened to their youth? What happened? Did they go through?
And that's the thing too. At some point, when do you say, actually, we need to help you figure out something different? Like, it's not what you think is the problem isn't the problem. We got to actually help you more fundamentally. Because you could go to a crazy person thinks they're Ben Franklin, come back from the past as a zombie or something. It's like, okay, well, you don't help zombie Franklin. You try to help the person realize.
Figure out why they think they're zombie Franklin and help them deal with that. This is probably some kind of trauma. I assume.
Oh my God. We need
unfortunately, like what Bobby pointed out coming in, that are now affirmed that they're going to be paid attention to if they say they're this way, and they'll get special attention. So that's why the 2%, less than 1%, really have now become in the hospitals. So that's kind of
crazy.
It's like, okay, well, there's some actual people in here who really do need some help. And then there's a whole lot of people who are just that for some reason society was too to call them out on their bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And say, like, look, you are not, I mean, I'm not saying there aren't maybe a couple people out there who really do feel like they're in the wrong body. And that's like, honestly, that's kind of crazy. Like, to have to deal with that, I think they really need some help. But all these other people that are just mooching off the system, like
mooching off the system.
Getting out of hand. Just like, I'm just gonna put.
We got some moochers.
Girl sports. I can go in girls' locker rooms, and guess what? The government will give me money as long as I get, some surgery done and pump my body full of weird drugs.
Yeah, make my lips look all big and puffy like weird little fishy lips.
If I keep doing that, the government will keep giving me money. Right? So, of course, that's ending now, or it has ended. So I don't know what the heck they're going to do. They'd probably go crazy, start shooting. Oh, wait. That's kind of what they're doing, isn't it?
Really, Gemini? Are you going there right now?
Sorry.
Oh, Gemini's telling me one person's weird is another person's beautiful or validating for their identity. I said, why do trans women like those big weird lips?
That's fine. Like, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, like as the old saying goes. That's fine.
I mean, technically, yeah, but not like that.
And different strokes for different folks, like the newer saying.
Oh my god.
There's a point where, like, schools teaching their children that this is okay without parents' consent, that's not right.
All right.
I think that's what Elon got all annoyed about.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and then he said
he was a
tricked,
leftist.
which frankly, it's like, oh my god, really? Out of all the people, you're gonna say you got tricked by the doctors about what was happening? Like, but I don't know.
Maybe he was. They might have lied to him just to protect
the
child who they believed based on their.
Yeah, they talked to that
needed
other
to be
lady
protected.
Who said, yeah, exactly. They needed to be protected from the parents. So,
and I just didn't know because I was just.
Because I was
the school obviously knows better.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right. Well, that wraps it up for the trans. Now, if we look at world news, we got a couple world news events that'll round out the hour, and then we'll be on with our lives from there. All right.
Okay.
Apparently, this guy was arrested.
You're going to need a nap after this.
Exactly. I need fun. There's a couple fun things in here, so I need to enjoy this.
Get another drink. I'm just walking away for a second.
All right. So this comedian was arrested in the UK over anti-trans posts, and frankly, they weren't even that serious, to be honest, but.
Heathrow Airport in the UK over past social media posts he made on transgender issues. The 57-year-old said that 5 armed officers arrested him after he flew into the UK from Arizona. In a statement, police said the man in his 50s was arrested on suspicion of inciting violence. This is in relation to posts on X. After being taken to police custody, officers became concerned for his health, and he was taken to hospital.
He was arrested on suspicion of inciting violence in relation to posts on X. And this is a comedian, by the way. Although I don't believe his posts were comedy. I think they were his feelings. But at any rate, this person's coming to your country to, I'm assuming, put on a show. I don't know that, but I wonder if he just went there for like a vacation or something and they just arrested him.
Linehan responded to the arrest saying, I was arrested.
So what, they just like, everyone who flies into the UK, they pull open their X feed to see if they've been like talking bad about trans people. Like, how does this even happen? Like, what is the process that you get like somehow, like you make a trip to the UK and like how did the police even know to stop anyone? Like, are they literally just going? They have literally nothing better to do but look through.
I'm guessing they have AI scanning people coming in and out and doing background searches on,
and just like going through their X looking for like.
The UK is not the United States. It's not exactly free.
I mean,
it's mostly free.
But
it's mostly free.
You
but
know,
they don't have freedom of speech.
But
as far as
nobody's
I know,
saying it
they
in
might
your
have
country.
something
You don't
that
like it? Don't
protects
go
it to
on
a
X and look at
degree.
it. Like if you write something in Arizona and you don't like it, don't look at it. Like, fuck you. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Don't go on X. Like, fuck off. And if I come to your country, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It doesn't.
Well, like you said, this person, I'm not sure who the person is, was probably coming on a professional level.
That's what I was thinking. It had to be.
And then they
he was
go
coming
into
in
his
for a show.
past to like search for political motivations. That seems.
And I think he would need a visa anyways to do a
that
show.
sounds.
So, like, if you approved his visa and then like arrested him, like,
a great way to get people not to come to your country to do shows.
oh my god, yeah.
That's
So
what
I don't
you
know. Maybe
want.
he did just fly in and like, because otherwise, yeah, I don't know. Like, a lot of that doesn't make sense.
I mean, if it was like they flagged him as being a problem person and like he was specifically going there to protest, maybe.
That's true. I don't think they
just
put
like
the
we do.
circumstances.
Like we can stop people from coming here. Just all they want to
I
do.
mean, that's true. I mean, if he was going there to cause problems,
Exactly. I mean, that's actually that's fine. Regardless of how Britain is right now, that's like I don't really have a problem with that. But I'm assuming, like you were, that he was going there to show. Either or, he's going there to either, generate money or spend
let's find
money.
out if we can get more
So,
details. Why was this guy going to the UK to attend? Oh,
Because there is to attend what? I can't read that. It's too small.
Court trial. Irish writers on trial in London on charges of harassment and criminal damages. So, I mean, there might be more to the story than if he went there.
Okay.
For something political.
Yeah, he's
but-
going there for political reasons. That's like I said, that's like that's a different realm of things. I mean, granted, we hear a lot of news about the arresting their own citizens for standing up for themselves. Immigrants.
See, this is why we are completely unbiased and the best source of news. See, we dug deep.
It's true. We don't just assume.
We just dug
Google
so
search.
deep, like we went like
Google
one
it?
layer
We're
down.
gonna Google it.
Yeah. Oh man, I should have asked Grok. Damn it.
I usually go with
like a criminal
ChatGPT just because it's right here on my.
Well, I thought we got more Grok
Bookmarks.
because we pay for Twitter, but it seems like we don't. But sometimes I get more Grok on the computer than on my phone, or I don't know. It's crazy. And ChatGPT, I feel like I run out of way too fast.
I run out of ChatGPT pretty quick. It's like, I don't know, 10 questions or 10, up to 10 prompts, I guess. It's like, it's not the free versions that really limits you. They want you to pay.
They want your money.
I ain't paying the AI over.
I ain't paying into the AI machine. Well,
Jeez.
we're paying X, even though I don't think anyone has ever joined the X stream. But we're doing it.
Okay.
Paying $8 to stream to nobody.
Because the stress nearly killed me and banned from speaking online, all because I made jokes that upset some psychotic cross-dressers. To me, this proves one thing beyond doubt: the UK has become a country that is hostile to freedom of speech. Critics calling out the arrest. Piers Morgan posting, "What's happened to Linehan today is absolutely ridiculous. 5 armed cops arresting him at Heathrow for tweets mocking the scandal of biological men invading women's spaces. When it comes to free speech, Britain's turning into North Korea." End quote. Is Piers Morgan right here?
The situation in the UK is extremely bad for anyone who cares about freedom of speech or freedom of religion. And it's actually a problem for the rest of the country as well, because social media companies develop policies to fit with the architecture of UK. And so then it also makes it harder for people to speak freely in the United States and other countries. If you cannot speak freely about radical trans ideology or other issues like that, you are not free. You have to be able to be free to say men cannot actually become women, or only a man and a woman can make a baby biologically. When you can't acknowledge just reality, you're not a free people at all. And this is a huge, of many, wake-up call for the UK and about the threat they are posing to freedom of speech globally.
Yeah, and obviously, speech is different than violence. You know, this guy, did he have a hand grenade in his bag? Was he traveling with a bunch of knives and weapons? Is that why they arrested him? Because, clearly that's what he would do if someone appears to be violent.
Absolutely not. And, if you think back to Vice President Vance went to the Munich Security Conference back in February and spoke exactly about this sort of thing, warning the EU and the UK as well that this is not going to be tolerated. And to your point, Kennedy, his tweet is if a, cross-dressed person's in a women's bathroom and you're a woman and you feel threatened, kick them in the private parts, call somebody, yell and run. That's not inciting violence, but yet the lack of any respect for expression like that, free speech, and an issue, as you point out.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently UK does have, so the UK citizens are guaranteed by Article 10 of the Human Rights Act of 1998, which protects the right to hold and share opinions, information, and ideas without interference from public authorities. However, but this right is not absolute and can be subject to legal restrictions to prevent harm such as incitement to violence, defamation, or the protection of national security. So it's very close to ours, but not as powerful. It doesn't protect people quite as much. So they can basically say, oh, it's hate speech, or oh, it's defamation, and throw you in jail.
I mean, that's pretty much what they do, and it seems like it's all one-sided. It's only if you say certain things, and it's like they get to pick and choose.
If you disagree with the state,
they get to pick and choose,
and the state gets to decide if you're.
And that's where it gets dangerous.
That's really dangerous.
And the state keeps siding with the foreigners, which is the insane thing. Why is the government not siding with its own citizens? It's fucking retarded.
There was a really good episode of Star Trek that approached that with regards to the Q. Anyway, it's an old show. I think it was Voyager. I'm old. I think it was Voyager.
I think I know what you're talking about, but yes, we are old. This first off, I love these guys, and sometimes I feel like it's kind of like they're trolling, but they're not trolling. And that's why I love them so much.
These guys, no, I've seen these guys before. They're actually, I think,
the conservative twins.
But they're also they've got good points, and their perspective is kind of, in my opinion.
Oh wait, what did I just do? Oh fuck!
Even for Christians.
All right, anyway, they can have it.
That's my opinion.
All right, so Nick Fuentes, apparently this guy who I'd never really had heard of before, but he's apparently banned everywhere for being like too white, I guess. I guess he says all the things that, the more extreme white people might think, or like maybe he says things that are true technically, but maybe he puts them in not the best like perspective, or like doesn't really present a very like, welcoming argument.
Excuse me. He's twisting things in the other direction is what you're saying.
Which is kind of weird. But I think it, obviously it works for him, I guess.
It's less common these days, right?
He has something to say about the darker part of America.
We talk about this, by the way. I know a lot of black people see this and they go, man, why are you always talking about black people, this and that? Because there just needs to be some shame here. Well, there's a few reasons. First, white people are every single bit justified in being racist. Every single bit justified, to the extent that means going out of your way to avoid black people when you see them. Every bit justified. And you want to know why? Because we see what happens. And nobody is under any obligation due to liberal ideology to put themselves in harm's way.
Okay, wait a second. So this guy is what all the liberals think the rest of us are.
Yes.
Okay. I get it. I think I get
it. He has a really big following, and a lot of people buy into his shit. And to a large extent, I think he does have like legitimate points sometimes, but
he's probably got legitimate beefs. I mean, like, yeah, it's his what he's saying.
Even this statement, like, if he didn't present it so badly, it's true though. Like, if you see if you're like, let me give an example. If you're downtown and you're not like somewhere specific in Detroit, but you're even in Campus Martius, if you're in Detroit and you see some shady looking black guys walking in your direction,
it's
do you
not
cross the
untrue.
street? Do you turn around? Do you keep walking towards them? You know what I'm saying?
You at least stop and think about it. That's for sure.
Yeah, it at least comes
And
into your
especially if
brain
he's
like
got-
this could
if
be a
he's alone
problem
or not. That makes a huge difference.
Now, if you see
'Cause
like
they usually aren't.
2 or 3 white dudes, like even if they're drunk or being rowdy, do you get like particularly scared and think about? I mean, there's probably a certain like meth head type of person or whatever, but like just you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Again, not trying to be this or that, but
Some I would avoid, like frat boy types, like jockey, like drunk dudes. Like I'd probably avoid
but
them.
even that,
But
they're
I'd
not going to
avoid
be like
almost
they're not going to
anyone
rob
who
you.
is
They might
drunk
like
and-
be annoying,
Right.
but they're not
Yeah,
going to fucking
yeah.
take your shit.
No. I would
And-
expect them to. It mostly
Yeah.
would be belligerent and
Yeah, it'd be like some annoying
just be
shit
dicks,
at
right?
worst. Yeah, exactly. Like whatever.
you know,
But-
like Karate Kid bully type stuff.
Yeah, and even these
At the
guys are
worst.
like, yeah, we do the same thing. If we see these people, we avoid them. It's like
Great. Well,
and it's not
yeah.
even racist. It's like just globally, even their own people is like, okay,
it's in that particular situation, it's unfortunate. You're talking about Detroit, but so it's kind of specific. But I mean, if anyone
Okay,
was like
Georgia,
drunk and
Again,
looked shady,
I feel like we have some
I
Georgians.
think you'd
in
avoid
the
them if you were in the right,
Mm-hmm.
right. And even if you're in the right neighborhood, you probably still try. What is this?
I don't
They
know.
look
There's
out of
just
place.
like a much.
They're all drunk and shady looking.
It's just
so.
What I mean, I feel like it's true, but whether it's true or not, the feeling is you're more likely to have a violent encounter with this. You know, if you see this person or this person, you say, okay, this one might be violent. This one might be
that's the
annoying.
threat assessment, right.
You know, exactly. It happens. If you say it doesn't happen, you're an idiot. It's like, of course it happens. Like
It
this
does
is
absolutely happens.
life. You have to evaluate your surroundings and decide if
I've
it's
had-
safe or not.
all the troubles I've had randomly with just random people out on the streets. Yeah, they were all of a darker complexion.
And you know, it's you know,
And I avoid people. Like I just flat out avoid people. Like unless I need to like go into a shop or something, I'm gonna interact with people. But I like don't go out.
Yeah,
be around people. Like I'm the opposite. I hate busy places.
Mm-hmm.
I can handle it for short periods, but I never.
We gotta
nightmare
fix
to me.
we gotta turn off your noise filter at some point, or like turn it down, or we gotta fix
Turn
your
it down.
fan or whatever's like clicking that's because you like it chops when you're talking sometimes. Like I can hear
Oh,
the
I'm
fan
sorry.
spin up and then it cuts you out. So we're gonna have to
Oh,
fix that.
I didn't know that. All right, I'll fix it.
Remind me next time I'm over there, and we'll look at that, or we'll maybe do something later. But anyway, I think so he's saying it's not necessarily untrue, but it might not also be like just universally true. I'm going to say it is broadly true, but I will say, like, of course, nothing is typically universally true, but to an extent, he's not wrong. Is there a better way to present it? Maybe, but is that part of his style? Maybe just to be kind of like edgy about stuff. I don't know.
If you're a white person and you're going to work or going to the ball game or going to the city at night, you don't want to enter into the terror dome where you.
I mean, even if we get like, I'll give a different example. Down the street from me, they have so the park I take my dogs to is adjacent to like a bunch of pavilions, and they are always doing stuff there, but it is always black people. And I would literally never participate. Firstly, because I don't think they would want me there. But secondly, like the behaviors just are different. Like everything is just like, honestly, I don't know if I would feel safe. I think I would need to like know someone or something. Like I just feel like it just would not be good overall. Maybe that's just me being a grumpy old white dude, but
maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I would at least like to think that like economic status has a lot to do with that too.
I mean, possibly, but I don't
you
I
know,
wouldn't show
what
up
you
in a
grew up
tuxedo
in
with a
and-
Rolex or something. I mean, I got jeans and a sweater on. Like, how would you know if I'm a millionaire or not?
No, I don't. I don't really mean like that. Like if you grew up in the suburbs, or as opposed to literally growing up in the in the hood or something.
Oh.
Your everything you do is going to be different.
I mean, it's true, but where I live now isn't like it's not a ghetto, and it's not really that different from where I grew up. But I don't know. I wouldn't participate. It just does not seem like. And frankly, there are no white people. It's zero. And I know there's white people that live in the neighborhood. So the fact that like nobody attends, it's like
is that a
feels
symptom, or is that a
welcome.
cause, or is that just coincidence? I don't know for sure.
Yeah,
it just seems there are patterns. So I don't know.
Patterns. Mm-hmm.
You're
Not like
suddenly in a
the first person to talk about this stuff, though.
You're like in the gulag in Call of Duty fighting for your life all of a sudden because you got on the wrong train car. Because a car full of black people pulled up on you by the bus stop. You turn and you walk the other way. You avoid their neighborhoods. You avoid going out on Memorial Day or Labor Day weekend at night in certain places. When you see them, you start walking in the other direction. And
That's true. The Labor Day park.
When I was like 11, 12 years
I'll
old.
go to the parks on Labor Day.
Not black. I'm black and I think this way. And a lot of black people think this way.
But that's not because the people are black. It's just because there's too damn many people.
Yeah. But I think, again, it's like
like
values and this and that.
Some truths to this. It's just his way of presenting it is like, could be a little more tactful, I guess. But he's trying to get subscribers to his YouTube channel, so
yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, they don't want to say it out loud though.
We're not exactly subtle and tactful either.
Real. Yeah, say it.
we are every bit justified because we see what's going on and we don't want to die. It's that simple.
That much is true. That's why I move into one of those big, like Chicago cities or something like that.
But that's what I tell people too when they come to Detroit. I'm like, Detroit is only like it's a problem, but it's only like if you have situational awareness, it's not really a problem. Like just don't be
you avoid
stupid.
certain areas, but you don't really need to go. So it's like, I mean, it's not where anything is that's important.
Yeah, and know how to like disengage people
or
and just keep walking or just shopping. You got to know how to deal with the people a little bit. But if it even happens, and a lot of times it won't even happen. But if it happens, like how do you just keep going and just like? But anyway, I think a lot of times that's where the safety of a city is just knowing
where to go and where not to go.
Yeah, where you are and being aware and just looking around, keeping your eyes like don't just be like, oh, and then all of a sudden like, oh shit, like now it's too late. Like
there are
just
signs,
be aware.
Even when you don't see people, there are signs. So
recognition. That's not racism. That's pattern recognition. That's one. And two, I really hope, because I'm rooting for black people, like I'm rooting for humanity. I'm rooting for everybody to be safe and to be healthy and to be happy. I really hope that somewhere out there, although I'm not optimistic, black people are starting to develop some sense of self-awareness. Where's the shame? Aren't you people ashamed? When I see these clips of the graduation ceremonies where they're twerking on stage and dancing, when I see these videos of the black cheerleaders on the basketball court brawling it out, when I see the Carmelo Anthony, and not only that, but then they raise $500,000 for him and then they get a public defender. When I see that video of a black security guard rifling through the pockets of an unconscious white guy that got his ass kicked, And the list goes on and on and on. You have to ask the black people that are normally so proud, and with the chip on their shoulder, aren't you ashamed? Are you not ashamed when you see these things?
They're not ashamed. They rationalize and say, you know what, we've been through hell in this country for hundreds of whatever to say. Because of this country's systemically racist past, they will justify the things that they do. And that's why they do the things that they do.
Yeah.
Which is totally wrong, by the way.
Yeah, which none of us have experienced 400 years of oppression.
Thereby perpetuating stereotypes and
put themselves in that position that they've been suffering for 400 years, even though they've been on this planet maybe 24, 25 years. All that's been taught to them is just to hate white people, hate the American flag, just hate society in general. Just everything is not their fault. So, in a sense, you can say it's cultural. It's cultural, you know? Everything is somebody else's fault. That's why they behave that way.
Oh, he's white. I'm gonna go ahead and go through his wallet. He's got insurance. He'll be okay. He's white. He has white privilege.
Right.
That's the mindset, and that's what they use to justify what they're doing. They actually don't think they're doing anything wrong.
You know why? Crazy. You know why? Low capacity.
Some of it, Kevin, but
Keith, yeah, some of it, yeah, but if somebody tells you it's okay to go through that man's pants after he get the shit kicked out of him because he's white, would you do that?
No,
of course not. Because I would argue that you are, above average intelligence. The people that's doing that, they are below average intelligence.
Yeah.
Are there any black people that see this and have the slightest lick of self-awareness, of common sense, of decency to say, are you not ashamed to see these scenes play out over and over again? Where's the accountability? And this is where that word fatigue comes in. We're just tired of seeing it. You see these clips, and you know every race of person, maybe except for most blacks, white, Chinese, Indian, Hispanic, and even liberals, see these clips, and they say, are you surprised? They shake their heads. They say, yep, usual suspects.
Yeah.
It's true. We don't see a group like an Asian dude walking down the street and avoid him. Mexican guy. I mean, it may be a group. So it's a group as a group. It doesn't matter what color you are. But I mean, even like I don't know, an Asian person, I guess, could look shady, but they'd have to try. I mean, a white dude can look shady too. I've seen plenty of shady white dudes in my day.
Dang it. I saw a clip the other day. I don't see it. Effectively, a car trying to just go down the street in Chicago, and a bunch of kids just pull out like all kind of like crazy guns and look in the car to see if it's someone they don't like. It might be this one, actually. All right, I'm not sure where it is, but that shit is just like, honestly, I'm not even sure what to do about something like that, to be honest. Like, because if it's like adults, I'd be like, just shoot them. But like kids, I'm like, how do we fix it? Like, I don't know. By the time you're an adult, you should have learned better. So that's kind of on you. You pull a gun on someone, you got to expect to be shot yourself. Like, that's like that's the rules. But kids, and it's like a bunch of them, and apparently it's a problem. Like apparently, like the whole neighborhood got to worry about
flash mob type stuff, like a whole just.
Oh, not even like a mob necessarily, but like 8.
That's a lot.
And they got a bunch of a bunch of serious guns. And if they don't like whoever's in the car, they just shoot up the car and then leave. It's like,
the fuck? Jeez, that's a good reason not to go to Chicago.
Yeah, and it's like, well, do you want like? And then they're like, oh, we don't want Trump's help and all this stuff. Like, we don't want troops here. Does that like? Okay, you want kids to decide if they're gonna kill you because they don't like you?
Yeah, they're kids. They don't like most people.
like, I'm just trying to like process like what, like, how do we go from A to B to like this is okay? Like,
yeah, I don't understand.
And because it's 8 of them, I'd be like, well, yeah, I
me.
guess you can't shoot them because, like, you know, you can only take out so many before they get you. But, like, I don't know. Just think, like, it's such a, it's like so wild to me. Like, even though, like, I'm still trying to process it. Like, what the heck? I'm trying to imagine coming down the street and like 8 kids pop out with guns and have to decide if they're gonna let me go or not. Like, what? That's just not normal. That's and nowhere is that.
This is not why I pay my taxes. That's for sure.
This is crazy.
That's the thing. People who vote for Democrats,
Yeah, they know.
progressives, they have black fatigue, but they won't come out and say it.
But then we call it out because we're black, and it should be a position. Me being a black man, hey, I'm trying to help uplift the black community, but no, they call you a sellout. Why is
kids throwing bricks?
Other
in
reasons
people's
why you're
windshields
perpetuating this junk.
on Main Street as they were driving? Check Discord. For throwing
Actually,
rocks at
I really just
windshields.
blame social media for most of this stuff. Yeah.
Is this from like an overpass or is this from like just on the street? They're just throwing like
jeez.
chunks of cement. Yeah, and it's just kids. I know you got to figure out how to fix it. Like, why do they think this is a good idea? Like, who's promoting this kind of stuff? Anyway, that's Nick Fuentes
TikTok.
calling out black people for
Social media's doing it. That's what it is.
needing some shame, according to him. All of that was according to Nick Fuentes and the Patriot twins. We just said what conservative twins, excuse me. We just repeated what these black men and this young white man said. That's it.
Trump is withholding federal funds until we stop giving commercial driver's licenses to our undocumented neighbors. How do we get around this racism?
It's unconstitutional, pure and simple.
I know. It's horrible. It's not even like they're that bad.
Well, that was a coincidence.
That was a coincidence.
Coincidence? A coincidental experience.
All right, there shouldn't be any distractions up here. America needs to realize immigrants are the backbone of this economy. We need H-1B and undocumented Indians as truckers.
And pilots.
What?
Not on this plane, of course. Oh, what a remarkable coincidence. Wow.
My
coincidences.
What a coincidence. Kitty.
Help. A little help.
Hey, buddy! Off my car, buddy!
No, please.
Hey, watch where you going, buddy!
Please help me, no!
You hit my car, buddy! Off!
No.
Off my car, buddy!
Oh, it's a coincidence!
Go! Get out of here! Go away!
I know we aren't friends, but I'm sorry that all of these terrible coincidences have befallen you.
Trump is withholding federal funds.
Right.
Oh shit, I was muted. For anyone who didn't see this, the U.S. is no longer tolerating bullshit. And with this one, yeah.
Woohoo.
Who believes that it's a coincidence that an undocumented immigrant who couldn't read English ended up killing people driving a semi-truck. Like, how is that coincidence? No proper citizen that was trained to drive a truck would do that. Like, it's not coincidence. Like, that's why it happened. It's not a coincidence. Literally, that's what caused it to happen.
President Trump confirmed that the U.S. launched a strike in the Southern Caribbean against a Venezuelan vessel that was allegedly carrying drugs. The president said the boat was operated by a well-known gang and that 11 people were killed during that operation.
Venezuela's been very bad, both in terms of drugs and sending some of the worst criminals into our country. Opened up prisons, drug dealers, drug lords, everything coming out of Venezuela.
Little balloon. They say little drug balloon.
The strike comes after the Trump administration.
You can't.
Let's see that again. We got to understand what these cartels are up against right now. Apparently, they positively identified this as like MS-13 or Trendy, right? Well, whoever the fuck, and they told them to stop multiple times.
Don't do it.
Just kept going.
Don't do it.
And then they got blown.
Did it anyway. Now we're gonna blow you up.
So at some point, you know, if you can't even help yourself, you know, nobody can help you. You know what I'm saying? You rolled the dice, and Daddy Trump don't play. Daddy, who is still fucking around that needs to find out? I swear. How do you not know exactly what the hell's gonna happen? He's not playing no more. He got nothing left to lose. Like, he's winning all day long. Everything is a win all day long. What do you think? He's gonna be like, oh, yep, just let him go. Yeah. Okay. Let's see this again.
President Trump confirmed that the U.S. launched a strike in the Southern Caribbean against a Venezuelan vessel that was allegedly carrying drugs. The president said the boat was operated by a well-known gang and that 11 people were killed during that operation.
Venezuela's been very bad, both in terms of drugs and sending some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world into our country. Opened up prisons, drug dealers, drug lords, everything coming out of Venezuela. They said, and we said, we're not going to put up with it anymore.
So, hold on a second. Why were the people throwing those bricks, Ziggy? Why? Just like random mischief? Like, or were they protesters, or why were they doing that?
The strike comes as the Trump administration becomes increasingly hostile toward the Venezuelan regime. The U.S. State Department has even accused Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro of leading a drug cartel and is offering a hefty reward for his arrest. NBC News intelligence reporter Dan DeLuce joins me now from...
They're offering a reward for his arrest if he doesn't he run the place? Like, who's going to arrest him? Like, who's going to go arrest him?
Washington. Dan, what else are we hearing from the president specifically about this strike?
Well, first of all, the Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, was suggesting that this strike against that boat was probably not going to end there, that he suggested there would be more such strikes against the cartels. And then also today, President Trump had more to say about what that boat was carrying and why it was targeted. Here's what he had to say.
And I thought international waters, like literally anything was fair game. Isn't that how it works?
I don't know.
Like, nobody's laws apply there.
Agreements
like, who's
in place.
Isn't that why you get like a security detail if you're going into like internationals? Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let's find
Probably.
out.
I think it basically just means that no one has the ability to prosecute because no one has like jurisdiction of law over international waters. So it's kind of like FAFO, right? If you go in there and you screw with someone, then that someone's friends can come and make you stop forever.
Interesting.
I don't know. I mean, it can't just be a free for all. Otherwise, it would be like piracy would be a big problem. Right?
I mean, it kind of is.
I mean, it kind of is. Yeah, that's true. That's usually
like,
happening
isn't that what the Houthis
coast.
were doing for like years and years and years?
Yeah, but that's
Daddy
off their
Trump
own
came
coast.
along and spanked their little booties for like a month straight, and they were like, "Stop, please."
And we, traditionally had problems with Somalia, but that's
yeah, exactly.
Off their own
And then they did
into
the
our
same
shipping
thing.
lanes.
They blew up all this, all those pirates. Interesting. All right. Well,
You had massive amounts of drugs. We got tapes.
I mean, I say if they tell you to stop and you're carrying drugs and you're going to the United States, and you get blowed up, I don't know. I feel like that's fine. I'm trying to see what's wrong. I'm trying to be like, what's wrong with that? Where's the flaw in this logic?
Of them speaking, there was massive amounts of drugs coming into our country to kill a lot of people, and everybody fully understands that. In fact, you see it. You see the bags of drugs all over the boat, and they were hit. Obviously, they won't be doing it again, and I think a lot of other people won't be doing it again when they watch that tape.
So that's the president defending the strike, which we should point out is unprecedented. In the past, this was much more of a law enforcement type of operation where the Coast Guard might board the boat, seize drugs that are on board, question the suspected cartel members on the ship.
I mean, that's true. I don't know, unless they were like super heavily armed or something. I guess, like, why didn't you just like disable the boat and take them all in? Like, I don't know.
Because it's a lot safer to just push a button from a
I mean,
mile
it's definitely
away,
safer, but how much info could you got from these guys potentially?
Compared to what they already had? I don't know. Good question.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
I think I think that this in particular message was a statement.
Yeah, this was definitely a message. But there was also like 11 people. You could have maybe got a few, like maybe like.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know.
They did warn him, according to.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I support it 100,000,000,000%.
Yeah,
I'm
just saying, like, it's not.
Could there be some strategic advantage?
Yesterday we got let go, and they took our. Sure, there was a week or so.
Well, or could they have like captured them?
The hell up.
They could have like captured them.
We're going to
questioned
blow you
them,
up.
put them back in the boat, and then blew it up.
Kitty's really getting.
You know, this could have been a deep state type thing.
We should also point out another thing, which is that a lot of the cocaine that moves in the United States does not come through the Caribbean. It comes over land and on the Pacific side of Mexico and Latin America. We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories.
So they're just kind of like, oh, we shouldn't have done that. Okay, well, fuck you. I'm okay with it. Everyone who voted for Trump, I'm going to say like 99% are probably okay with it.
Here as we continue to follow everything relating to the ICE raids that are expected there over in Chicago. Now, this is actually coming in from Asher Red on X or Twitter, depending what you call it. He is with Fox News and has been stationed there over in Chicago following all of the latest over the past several days. He said protester tries to block an ICE van from leaving an ICE processing facility near Chicago. And of course, put some hashtags there, Fox News, immigration, ICE raids, and protest. I do actually want to take this video full to give you a look at what we're talking about. But again, this is a protester trying to block an ICE van in Chicago. The driver just trying to get wherever they're trying to go. But Asher captured that video a short time ago, and we did want to show it to you here on Live Now from Fox, just a few minutes in length. There was actually a portion as well where he gives the person driving the van the middle finger. That was clipped out, but again, you can see him just pushing that van. Now, few details are really known about what to expect today, but federal immigration agents expected to be staged at Great Lakes.
That is quite the protest, and frankly, well, I don't know how it is in Illinois. It might not be okay to run this guy over, but if you were in Florida, sir, you would be part of the pavement right now. So keep that in mind, bucko.
Well, he's in Chicago.
Anyway,
they protect crazy.
Yeah, they
protesters
protect freaking, yeah, exactly. Even though, what, isn't that like impeding like freedom of travel or something? Isn't that like kind of a big issue? I feel like it is. Anyway, so I just wanted to circle back on all the ICE stuff. It's still, these crazies are still trying to be crazy, but it seems like it's simmering down at least a bit, and they're able to get things done. So that's always good. I think that about brings us to an end for today's news. We had tons and tons of stuff to cover, and then a demon appeared, and we had to deal with that. So thank you all for sticking around and hanging out with us today. I will not be here for games tonight, but Freaky is more than welcome to host something, or you guys can figure it out. But I will not be
here for games on Tuesday?
Today.
Or tonight? Tonight? Where are you going? Going to a
I'm
party?
going to that retirement dinner tonight, and
That's right,
I
you're gonna
put it
wear a
in the chat.
tuxedo.
I put it in the chat like at least more than one day ago, which is good
You
for
did?
me.
I didn't see it.
And yes, I get to wear my tux, but my new tux is not ready yet. So hopefully I'll be wearing that. Well, I am planning to go to Chicago, but maybe if Trump, if you're here, if you're listening, I love you. Can you please clean up Chicago before I get there? I am planning a trip out there and would love it to be actually safe and somewhere that I would love to go. So we'll see. We'll see how that all shakes out. But thank you, Ziggy. Thank you, Bobby. Sabrina, if you happen to pop back in, thank you for joining us. Commander Hammer, always great having you. Hope your doctor's thing is going fabulous. Shrimp Welfare, thank you for joining and not being a woke weirdo. Mr. Demon on Demon Loop, thank you for chatting with us for a minute at least. And Chillin' Jay-Z, lastly, with the food, joining us there. Appreciate that. Have a great day and weekend, everyone, and I will catch you next time.
Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS on stage. News from RedNex, where truth is the stage. No bias here, just facts you'll see. In every corner, the world story will tell. From the streets of Paris to Tokyo's gleam, every city, every voice will hear them. No spin, no hype, just calm and serene. RedNex World News, where truth is supreme. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a slew. RedNex World News, where truth takes flight. Every day, every night, we keep it tight. Through the chaos, through the calm, we stand. With Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, we understand. The pulse of the world will never let it fade. RedNex World News, where truth is made. From wars to peace, from despair to hope, we're here to guide you through the scope. No matter the storm, we'll keep you informed. RedNex World News, where truth is born. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a